T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Yo, how you going? It's LadyChann, rep nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Chan. We in the blood clot build this in the Uzdania. Ya tú sabes. I speak Ukraine, Español, Inglés, todo. Shouts out to my subscribers. Like this, what are you thinking of the look, of the Luke? Anyway, let me hear what's going on in here, just so I can know. Does my mic sound nice? Judy, check 1, check 2. Does my mic sound nice? Yeah, it sounds nice. Shouts out to the microphone, the Uzdana. Jiggity check, 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 check. Jiggity check, 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 check. Yo! Call we not tip, but not check. Yo, that's right. All right. So let's get on with the members in the Buddhism. Martin King Boxing in the Buddhism. Jimmy McClendon in the Buddhism. Ringside Reporter Live in the Buddhism. King of King Boxing in the Buddhism. What up, LadyChann? My sister, the Queen, Lisa Bales in the Blood Clot Buddhism. Stephen T in the Buddhism. Mark Niggity Nash in the Buddhism. GB Donald Banks in the Buddhism. New Media Today USA Boxing in the Buddhism. HARJ in the Buddhism. Charlo in the Buddhism. King TJ in the Buddhism. Aplotype El Primero en el edificio. Ya tú sabes. In the Buddhism. Wrong button. Dr. P in the Buddhism. Devil Beats in the Buddhism. My Art to the Let in the Buddhism. D-Star Boxing in the Buddhism. Dub side, right side in the Buddhism. Slim Boxing Commentary in the Buddhism. Héctor Garcia, mi esposo número 1. In the Buddhism. Mark in the Buddhism. Ricky Ricardo, mi hermano. Ya tú sabes, in el edificio. Ben Adams in the Buddhism. ERF Boxing in the Buddhism. Ivo in the Uzdania. Ya tú sabes. Shouts out to the members in the Buddhism. So yeah, look, I'm prepared. I've already got a banner in the Buddhism. I've got white eyelashes. Does that look a bit crazy? Crazy. Okay, so I can hear what I sound like. Time to you can turn these headphones like this and have it like. Shouts out to the cleaner that did the desk, and she did it all righteous, and I'm only gonna bug it right out in one foul swoop. Love you, Manda, because I know you watch the show. Love you, Manda. She watches the show. Makes me a bit shy. You say, oh, I didn't want her to know that I did anything. But, you know, when she sees all this stuff, she's like, what is it that you do? And she sees some of my music stuff. She's like, you a singer. So funny. But hey, yeah, shouts out to you, Manda. Thank you. You've done an amazing job today, and I massively appreciate you. Love you. Yeah, okay. Who have we got in the Buddhism? Who have we got? Is it muy caliente? Caliente, fuego. Estoy fuego. Sí, ya tú sabes. In patois, at. Thank you very much. Who's here? Does my mic sound nice? Jiggity check 1, check 2. Does my mic sound nice? You said it. What up, LadyChann? Okay, so you see the title. Tyson Fury won't ever be undisputed. Waste of fucking time. Waste of time. It's a waste of time because he is now saying that he's not fighting for the IBF. So what was all? Let me just introduce everybody. Yes, my people. Them. Okie dokes. I'm introducing. 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 Walk, blow, yaga, yo. I know that you're shocked that it's me, the one LADY and the C. Okay, it's the King of King Boxing and Lisa Bells in the booth. What up, dog? What up, family? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Nothing, chilling. What's going on?
I'm here. All that more to see you guys. Edward?
Back on the scene with King of Kings. What's up, y'all? LadyChann. Hey, Lisa, what's up?
Nothing, just chilling.
Shouts out to the chat.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the conferences.
Me
What do
either.
you call them?
The press conferences.
Yeah, the press. Yeah.
Neither I, but this was a couple of days or yesterday. I think he said it afterwards, like he's not fighting for the IBF. So what was all this talk about Undisputed then, if that was never your intention? Because those that know, so the IBF stripped Tyson Fury, didn't they? Was it because he had an injury? Did he take too long? Was this when he popped? Because he vacated the others, but then the IBF got stripped. And I forget the solid reason what it was. They gave him like a few months to sort something out, and he didn't do it in timely fashion. I think it was in a 4 or 5 month time period, and they just stripped him. Anybody know it a little bit more than me?
I don't, but I could have sworn they stripped him like almost immediately.
It was
now,
about.
I could be wrong.
I think it was about after 4 or 5 months, but you could be right, and I could be wrong. I wonder if I could pull it up. Pull it up.
Because even I was like, but why did they strip him so quickly?
Yeah, this is why he said they're bastardos.
Mm-hmm.
Want to, but at the end of the day, if they need, they stripped him in 3 or 4 days. BK in the boot.
They stripped him after 10 days. They say a 10-day reign.
10 day.
Yeah.
Grab that IBF off. Was that off of Was that off of Klitschko? No,
it was Klitschko. Klitschko had all the belts except for one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they stripped him because of who was he supposed to defend that strap against? Or was it that he picked to do the rematch against Klitschko and not whatever the Mando was for the IBF? What was the reason?
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Cesar Galsquad for GLAZKOV.
Okay, so there was no money in that.
I've never even heard of him.
No lo sé.
Damn.
I don't know.
Yeah. So that's why he got stripped. You're right, because he
probably said, "There's no money in this fight, you bum dosser, you shit house." So they were just later. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got stripped. If you want to play by the rules now of Undisputed and say you're the best of an era, hasn't he been talking about Undisputed with Usyk the whole time? So now if he's saying that he doesn't want to fight for have the IBF involved, so therefore it's not Undisputed. So that means Usyk has to vacate the IBF, but the IBF are putting the squeeze on Usyk anyway because he's supposed to defend the IBF. I forget with who.
What's the young man's name that fought Ying, the Chinese fighter?
Zhili Zhang.
Yeah.
Oh, is he the man?
No, the other guy. What's his name? The one that father passed away.
Ergovic,
Uh,
right? Ergovic.
Hergovich. Yeah.
Yeah. Ergovic. That's it. So
Well, the thing with the IBF, the history behind that is he was supposed to defend. The IBF had Glasgow as the number one. Now I remember this shit because I remember how Coach
because you
Marty
remember
got this
everything.
belt. No, but
Mm-hmm.
Glass he was supposed to defend against Glasgow, but he had a rematch clause with Klitschko. So they were stripping him for taking the rematch, even though he never took the rematch. Because
Yeah,
I guess that was a mandatory that they were holding. So as a result, Glasgow fought Charles Martin, and I think that's when
yeah.
Martin got that
Mm-hmm.
belt. And it led to everything else going from there.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I think he legitimately got some bah humbug on that, but still go get undisputed and throw that belt in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what
So it
he does.
sounds like he don't want to play by the rules. That's what it is.
No, he doesn't. As usual, Tyson Fury never wants to play by the rules, does he? Ever, ever,
No.
ever, ever, ever. He finds it hard to tell the truth.
Colonel Jessup, did
Mm-hmm.
you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled to. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Yeah. So how does you guys tell me how does this work? So is Usyk gonna have to drop belts? A belt? Like say I'm not because I don't want to do Tyson Fury won't fight. So has Tyson Fury been stringing everyone along? This is my whole point. Is it's been a waste of time because he's been coining the phrase undisputed up until like 2 days ago, and now all of a sudden it's not undisputed. So what?
Well, why are we
Um.
shocked that this guy's been playing with? He has a history since the Klitschko fight. I mean, I'm not shocked that he's saying that. I mean, look, this is the thing about it. Like, people show what you are. He's been pulling this bullshit. So why are we like all surprised that now he's all over the place? He's supposed to be fighting Anthony Joshua right now. He made a whole little video in his front living room. Like,
I know.
I don't pay attention to shit he says. He's not trying to. He just plays with people. You can't trust anything. All you can see is when a poster comes out and he has a fight schedule. That's the only chance you got to think that anything
Right.
he's doing is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I agree with you wholeheartedly. King boxing. You know, Tyson is a troll. You know, so
Right.
this is what he do. He kind of takes you off of the scent. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like where he's really going. So he's just a character. So
Right.
like you never know what Tyson's hell he's in the ring or if the fight is official. You know, there's
Yeah.
always so many games. He play a lot. He's a master game player. That's all.
It's bad. Muy malo. Yeah, that is
Mhm.
very bad. So yeah, I just wanted to do like a show just talking about what the whole Tyson Fury thing. I think AJ's probably asleep. You know,
They haven't
AJ.
heard from him.
He
Yeah.
had well earlier did. He had a bit to say on this, and I know he had some, some interesting points to say on this. So hey Arlette.
Mhm. Hey, Arlette. Woo! Spicy.
Smoke is in the building. Hey there, Electro
Woo!
Jen. There is a
Hey.
there is a link in the chat, people. Yeah, I know Jed likes to uh jump on. Hi, smile back if you're ugly. What up, Joe? Oh, there's Ivo. Ivo, I didn't know you was in the Uzdania. Tyson Fury's just another wilder, holding up the division with bad showmanship and cheesy performances after cheesy performances. What up, though? Bomb squad in the building. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Uzdania. Electro Jed in the building. I knew he was coming to say something. I saw you
Hey.
around, so I was just like, come on.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I got something to say. First of all, Tyson Fury.
I sound a bit low. Get close to your mic.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Tyson. Man, what can you say about this idiot? Other than he's an idiot, and he's just a. Back in my day, we would call him a funny looking jamoke. All right, that's what he is. But you know who I'm mad at more than Fury is the sanctioning bodies, because they can't get their shit straight with any of the damn weight classes. So what's the surprise? Seriously, what is the surprise?
So how does it work though, Electro? Like, if he doesn't want to have the IBF, then does Usyk? What does Usyk? I'm clueless. I don't know about this, man.
Usyk has his belt. That's all that Usyk needs to worry about. Now, the only one now, if it was important to Usyk to become undisputed, then I think he would push the issues. So I'm going to be very forthcoming here. I think, honestly, not putting anything against Usyk, but I don't think Usyk wants to fight Tyson right now anyway, to be completely honest, because that would be
March.
Huh?
He said March, and ain't they all got that all penned in now? Ask BK, because he's a Tyson Fury supporter. BK, put me in on game. What is going on with Usyk and Tyson Fury? Yeah, Arlette, you can call when you're settled in, no doubt.
I mean, because I'd like to know personally too, because and trust me, I like Usyk. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm not a Usyk fan.
I know.
It's just that
we all love Usyk. I do. I like
my big thing is Tyson is going to make it as difficult as possible. He's going to talk as much shit as possible. More shit come out of his mouth than his ass. That's the truth. You know, there's no other way to put it.
Go ahead.
I almost dislike talking. I almost dislike talking about Tyson Fury as much as I do about the other two that I'm not going to mention.
Who's the other two? Jeez.
Oh, Crawford and Spence. I want because I.
Oh yeah. Leave them alone for the.
Yeah,
we're dealing with them tomorrow. We got another.
That's how come I didn't want to mention. Force the issue.
Because official yet. March is possible. Okay.
All right. Even if March is possible, if they're taking the belt, are they taking the belt from him? Yes or no?
I don't know. We're gonna have to get our stats. That's what we're gonna have to do.
Because
according to Usyk's team, they're done on their part with the Tyson thing.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I seen clips. Sometimes I ain't really been tuning in for this bollocks, but I mean, I did see Clemus come out and on a caption saying that I thought that was all locked in, but let's ask Lieutenant Data.
Computer, establish a security code for access to all functions previously transferred to Bridge.
Enter code.
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 73117888 732 476789764376 lock.
Security code intact for all specified inquiries and orders.
Any idea? And we scanned the ship. Lieutenant Data took over Captain Jean-Luc Picard's security code. Lock. He revealed the number, the ID number, and locked it in. Those who know.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Let me come back. We finished scanning, and everybody's brainwaves don't seem to be happening. Nothing's happening on the.
Honestly, I don't know where to go with this guy. I don't know what to think. I mean, like I said, it's one week it's one thing, another week it's something different, and now with the sanctioning bodies is just it's a joke. It's a joke. They enforce it on some boxers and don't enforce it on other boxers. They pick and choose.
Yeah.
And then they make their rules. They openly admit they make their own rules as they go.
Yeah. And that is very true. With the IBF there used to be, no BS, and that was them. But I've seen them have preference to like Errol Spence. I've seen them have they didn't really have preference to Triple G, didn't they? Didn't they strip him and he got it back? Didn't that not happen with him? The IBF did strip Triple G.
No, they never held Triple G to any requirements.
No, they never stripped him.
I don't think they did strip him.
No, he never got stripped.
They strip and they got it back.
Not to my knowledge.
Hmm.
They wasn't on the up and up at one time.
No,
They were real corrupt.
yeah, no, but I mean, they're the strippers on a pole. They're strippers, mate. But they've seen to, because you know what happened with the IBF. A lot of I think the WBA employees, they moved over. Some of them moved over to work at the IBF. So that's why we're starting to see certain preferences and discrepancies in their behavior, because it's WBA old staff. Our shout out to confirm this as well, that that there was
they did that. Now I'm thinking about it, you're right. Triple G got stripped for that Dermachico fight because he had
thank
the
you.
rematch
Don't
with
you
Canelo.
ever hang on. Data, lock them in again. No, and let me let them know. Captain's in the building.
Peter, seal the doors to this room. No entry without my authorization.
Doors are sealed.
Yeah, don't do that again. Don't tell me I was wrong when I was right.
Nice, King. Nice looking.
I
Yeah,
thought
he
it
ended up
was
fighting
Canelo that
Martirosyan
got
because
stripped.
that first fight got canceled, if you remember.
No, Canelo gave up his belt. Canelo just dropped him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, he got stripped he got stripped. Remember, because the Derevyanchenko with the he wanted more money or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
What happened is the Canelo fight got canceled. So Triple G was going to fight Martirosyan as a fill-in, but the IBF had already called in Dermachico. But what he did to get the belt back is he agreed to fight Dermachico after the Martirosyan fight.
But he didn't do it, did he not?
I don't think so. That's
I think they did fight, right?
Yeah.
He fought later, but I don't know if that was. I think he had already lost by then to Canelo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was something that he did have that, because I was like, who had the belt then and got stripped and got it back? I just thought,
that's a good point, guys. There's 24 people watching. Let's get those likes up. There's only 12 likes. What the hell?
Yeah, I know these lot, man, and we're on the staff stipend. These people. As you can see, I'm in my Star Trek bag.
It's okay.
I was gonna say Star Trek. Yeah.
Nah, there's no problem with Star Trek.
I used to love that when I was little.
Love. King of King.
And hated it when I was an adult. Can you believe it?
Oh, is it? Edward likes it. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I still love it.
Yeah, I used to like it when I was little. Yeah.
Yeah, I like all of them, most of them, from the ones with Captain Kirk all the way up to And do you know what?
Yeah.
Guys, there's Picard, isn't it? Is there? What's the last one?
Yeah, it's a newer show. It's called Picard.
The newer show is Picard. Season 2 just finished, and we got season 3 coming up in the beginning of next year.
I gotta sit down and catch all that because I seen it. Was
what is that
good.
on? Is that on Paramount? I swear it was another thing that I had to subscribe to. And I was
it's Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. I really want to watch it. Yeah, but I was like, I don't want another subscription. I'm subscribed.
Don't worry, you can watch it with me. I'll share it on StreamYard.
StreamYard. Yeah, you can do that.
I do that shit all the time.
Let me know. I need, but I'll have to go from season 1, episode 1. You do realize that?
Nah, that's fine. I got you covered, baby. I got you.
All right. Trekkies out in the building. Oh, shouts out to you. What up, Roland? So yeah. Okay. So I want the definitive answer. Can Tyson Fury, who is the current WBC champ, say to Usyk, I'm not fighting if that belt's on the line? This is what we're trying to. This is why I asked Lieutenant Data while on.
If technically Usyk can go to the IBF and just say, I don't want you guys to sanction this fight. He doesn't want the belt. I mean, they do petitions and they do communications. He could just say, don't throw it in there, and then he'll have to agree to probably like a fucking title defense after that. But I mean, he doesn't have to. They don't have to be on the line. I mean, you have to pay for them to fight them belts to be put in position, so that he could just go to the IBF and petition and say, "Hey, he doesn't want this to be a part of the fucking transfer." And that's assuming that he thinks he can win. I mean, Tyson Fury just this stupid. Look, at the end of the fight, just don't, when they try to hang you to IBF, if you want to really take a shit on, throw it into the crowd. I mean, yeah, just say hell no, just throw it into the crowd. Like, this is nothing to be about. He's trying to draw attention to himself because nobody's paying attention to this fucking fight.
Yeah, because no one's paying attention to the Derek Chisora thing. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's the reason why he's pulling all these stunts. Let's Southwest Matt in the building. Usyk will be banned from the fight. He has no one is allowed to kick off at a Tyson presser or fight. Just look at Tyson's last 2 fights. You think he'll be banned? No, you can't be banned. Usyk's going to be in full attendance. He already came out and said I'll be in full attendance. Just
he claimed he's gonna slap him in the face.
He ain't slapping jack shit.
Links in the chat, David. Let me see. Let me put it up. There's a few. Ivor in the Uzdanya.
How's he hanging?
What's up, my Ukrainian brother? Talk to me.
Another day in paradise.
Talk to me about this.
What's up, Ivo? How you doing, brother?
Alive and well. Cannot complain.
Exactly.
That's right.
And as long as you're alive and well.
Exactly.
Every day above board is a good day.
Yeah, damn straight.
Absolutely.
It is. As for like the issue, like the matter of Tyson Fury and his split personality issues, you know, again, he's a schmuck. I don't take anything he says too seriously nowadays. The only time I took him seriously was when he first came out of like that coke binge of his when he first fought when he first fought Wilder, and I thought maybe you know in that second fight he'd get the belt, maybe we'd have an undisputed bout with Joshua, but you know that never happened the way I hoped it would, the way I thought it would, and now I'm just. I look at it, you know what he reminds me of, man? He reminds me of like them WWE stars, like, the name's Tyson, it rhymes with bison, and I'm gonna be hurting you all too soon. Like that every time he says something, it sounds like something out of WWE.
Hey, Ivo. Yeah. That's right, Mean Gene. That's right, Mean Gene. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I go in here with Chisora, I'm gonna take him down, buddy. I'm gonna take him down, brother. Like, I said I will, brother.
That was Hulk Hogan's. And Randy Savage. Oh, did it? Remember?
Yeah. So, I can't take.
Yeah, he got the personality for one of them.
Oh, Mike.
Hey, David,
he got the personality.
Is that me?
David, it's David.
He's back.
Hey, your TV's up.
Bad. Yeah, I've got to mute you. I'll mute you when it's your turn. I promise, David.
Oh damn! Because you said David, and I was like, damn, is she talking to me?
No, what's your name?
Your name is Ivo.
It's Dave.
David.
Oh, is it David as well?
Yeah, Ivo's the last name Dave.
Okay, but you're Ivo.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm Ivo.
Yeah, you're Ivo.
But yeah, like he's just. What gets me is he's a good boxer. Like whatever he does in the ring, I keep it separate to everything. I don't listen to anything he says nowadays because there's a saying. At this point, I have a saying. You walk into a bar of Tyson Fury, you have 15 opinions before the first drink, 16 opinions after the second, and it just keeps going up and up and up. He just changes his opinion every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
At one, look, all of Tyson Fury's statements have been tosser this, tosser that, tosser this. I'm the Gypsy Fury, nice cock, AJ. It's just like, what the hell, man?
That's lame.
Weirdo, man. Weirdo.
Lame. I tell you what,
I don't listen to that.
About what I did see. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I watched his media workout, and he looks good condition.
Hey, hold on real quick. Though we can't hear you because it sounds like a submarine's in the background.
Exactly.
Right. I'm just gonna say this bit and then say your bit and I'll mute.
Yeah, I'm gonna just. I don't think it's me, but I'm gonna mute myself
No,
just in
it's
case.
not you. It's David's mic. But when I come on it, when I unmute him, it sounds like that. So I'll unmute him when I finish. Let him talk, and it should hopefully bridge back. And I'll just.
But yeah, just.
But yeah, so he looked really good in his media workout. I'm not gonna lie, he did. He saw a bit of the fat on his back, you know, under his shirt jiggling out on top of his bum. You know,
Well, yeah. Well, that's because at this point, he's, you know, he's conditioned. He's ready to go. He's not the same Fury he was in the first Wilder fight, where he was just a ballooning mass of weight.
Right.
Like he's obviously in shape, and that's what gets me. He's a good boxer. Like, I would love to see an undisputed run between him and Usyk. I mean, honestly, I would have loved to see it between him and AJ. But you know, like, you know, shit happens.
Shit does happen, and he did a couple bits of sparring with Sugar Hill in some southpaw stance, as we've seen. He did a bit of that switch hitting. Overall, I'm not gonna lie, he was nippy on his feet. He looked impressive. Oh, all I know is that Derek was always going to get knocked the fuck out. But here's David. David, I think is it the headphones, David? Why? Yeah, you need to disconnect your Bluetooth because we can't at all. We can't hear him. You don't have Bluetooth.
It sounds like something from like the Charlie Brown cartoons. Exactly.
It's like this. It's choppy. We got. So maybe you go and get some headphones. Have you got
Turn the bass down on the speakers.
Yeah, put the headphones on, and then when you look, yeah,
I got you. So hold on 1 second.
Yeah, they sound a bit.
1 moment. Let me just live.
Falling off.
Oh, but I didn't ask. How are y'all doing today? So rude of me. How y'all been today?
We are all right. We're in the Australia.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, we all good. Thanks for asking. That's nice of you to ask, by the way. Sweet of you. We all good. How are you, though, Ivo? Have you been good? You've been all good
I'm
in
tired.
the hood. How's studying going?
Well, you know, the system, the UC system sucks ass, man. Because like I have my own studies, then I have my professor's classes, so I'm very exhausted.
Oh, bless you. But it's all going to be for the greater good, isn't it?
Here's to hoping. You know, ideally.
I've got an episode to take from the members now onto the thing because it kind of correlates where we're kind of at with Tete and Conor Ben, and you know, so I'm going to put episodes out starring Ivo.
I'm gonna log on and I'm gonna log back on. Give me 1 second. Let me see if that fixes it. Right?
Yeah, I can hear you. That sounds perfect now.
You know what it is, Shan? It sounds like the voices are like echoing. Like you're saying, like if you say something.
Like, but does it sound echoey now?
But right now, I'm just hearing what I just said. Like on my end, like what I said before, I'm starting to hear it.
Tell me if you can do it. Speak again now.
I'm still hearing my echo. Like when I say something, I can hear it later, delayed.
Yeah, it has to be something on your end. Maybe you've still got another window open on your phone. Maybe you've got the YouTube. Anything that's playing this.
Let me see.
It has to be all muted down.
Let me check. Let me check. Shan.
Yeah, if you've got another window, if you've got the actual YouTube.
Yeah, I just closed the. That's what I just did, Shan. I just.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds better. Wow.
Yeah, that's why.
That's what it was, Shan. Every time we done this, I had the YouTube on, and it made the communication sketchy. Sometimes it sounded like everybody was talking at the same time. Oh my goodness, it sounds much better now. First off, happy holidays to everybody in the chat, especially the beautiful LadyChann.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know you cook, right? I know you like to cook.
Also, I stick it on the gram.
Shit, it's Thanksgiving for you all the time. The way you get down.
Nah, it's Thanksgiving every time she gets on because she looking good as she does. She just gives us the gift of gaze.
Yeah, nah, she gets busy. She gets busy, you know. If LadyChann was my woman, I would have to tell LadyChann just don't cook past a certain time, because when a woman knows how to cook, you could gain weight that way. I like to work out and stay in shape, so I don't eat past 5 or 6 o'clock. As long as you're not doing all that stuff past 7 o'clock, we're good.
Well, I just eat it, don't I?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's a relief. This is the best audio I've had with you guys since I've been on your channel.
Perfect. I can't believe it. It does sound perfect. I was like, oh no, but yeah, now we know what it is. It's all good. Now we know moving forward. So you talk to me, David. David, cuéntame por favor.
I'm good. What's everybody's name on the chat? Because I never got a chance to properly introduce ourselves because I couldn't really hear everybody good.
True. Okay, so at the top is King of King Boxing.
King Boxing, that's the one I always hear his voice all the time. How you doing, man?
What's up, David, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm relaxing, man, getting ready, just enjoying
This
my
is
night.
my CMOS guy, by the way, David. Arlette's in the chat. I did refer you. I'm still waiting for Arlette to call you. I did give her your number so she could call you and look up the CMOS. You know, I always pass on.
I appreciate that.
No, it's all good. That's Electro. Tell him your name, Jed. Electro.
Just Jed.
What's going on, Jed? I met you before.
Yeah. The one with Leonard Ellaby is Ivo.
Okay.
And
what's up, Ivo?
Just fell off.
Good.
She probably got a call. Probably got a call. So she was just below you.
Is that the lady? Is that the young lady that desecrated me last time?
No, that was Arlette.
The one that desecrated you is going to be the one that wants the CMOS off of you, Arlette.
Okay.
Poison.
No, well, then again, me and Arnett did make peace. He apologized to me, and I accepted her apology. Anyway, what's the topic tonight, Shan? What are we talking about?
Tyson Fury won't ever be undisputed. Waste of time, because he is now saying that he doesn't want to fight with the IBF involved because of what the IBF had previously did to him and by stripping him.
Crazy.
So at the end of the day, has he been having us on? Has he been stringing us along? Because he's always been saying that he wants to do Usyk undisputed. So now Usyk's obviously got the IBF. What does Usyk do if Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight with the IBF involved? He's just pulled this stunt like literally yesterday.
Well, as much as I'm a boxing fan, I love the sport. For some reason, I just don't follow the heavyweights too much. I really don't care about the heavyweights. The only I would like to see Usyk and Wilder. That's something I would like to see. Usyk and Wilder. That would be a very interesting fight. I could see Usyk giving him a clinic, and then as soon as Wilder connects, the fight is over. Because I don't think anybody beats Wilder except for Tyson Fury. That's my opinion.
Well, Wilder may have to fight Fury next, actually.
Why?
Oh yeah, because the eliminator between him and Ruiz. That's right.
Oh, he's gonna squat. Oh man.
Well, they're trying to say that he doesn't really want to do the Andy Ruiz fight because, to be honest, there's not much money in it, and they really want to go for the AJ fight, and they're very much interested in now coming to the UK to fight because they realise that Al Heyman ain't got no money, mate. There's nothing. PBC's done. So I think it's just better off.
The AJ fight. Hold on, Shane. Who and AJ?
Wilder.
Wow, that's a fight. Believe it or not, that's a heavyweight fight that I would pay for, despite the fact that both of them are like on the loser side right now. I will pay for that.
That's a fight that should have been happened 4 years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. In boxing, it's always like that. We don't always get the fights when we want them, right? Back in the 90s, you had some heavyweights that won at the top, but they were like high-level fighters, and they fought later on, and it was on pay-per-view when Razor Ruddock fought Tommy Morrison. Both of those guys lost to the top, but they made for a great fight, a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
But I think Wilder knocks Ruiz out with 2 rounds. That's easy work.
Here's my thing, right? Why do people always say nobody beats Wilder but Tyson Fury? I can't get with that logic. That makes no sense to me.
Can I answer that?
It just makes no sense. But go ahead.
The reason why I say that is because this era of heavyweights, the skill set is not really there, where they could really avoid getting clipped with a big punch by such a devastating puncher. See, I hate to sound like an old man, but back in the 90s, those guys all had amateur pedigree. They had Olympic pedigree. Those guys had real skills. They can box. these heavyweights nowadays, they all get hit. So if you get hit by Deontay Wilder, you're gonna go to sleep unless you catch him first. So that's the reason why I say this. It's not that I believe Wilder is the most skilled, because I believe he's not. But I also believe that the heavyweights, with the exception of Fury, are not skilled on a high level. If any of these guys fought in the 90s, none of them would hold the belt. None of them. None of them. None of them. They wouldn't even be in the top 5. So Wilder's punch is an equalizer.
Go on, Lisa, because I'm with you on this, Lisa.
I agree with you, but that still makes no sense to me, because we don't know who can take what hit. If you haven't been in there with the top echelon of fighters, it's just a talking point and a narrative that people always say. And because nobody ever says what people could do to Wilder, it's just what he could do to them. So I'm not buying that.
Well, you're absolutely right on that as well, because Wilder also,
because they're not stylistically breaking the fight down.
Well, you know, just like you said, you made a great point. It's also about what can Wilder take, right? And Wilder also, on the flip side, does not have elite level skills neither. And we seen where he fought Ortiz, he got hurt a few times in that fight. And I believe AJ, believe it or not, if AJ catches Wilder with a good shot, he could hurt Wilder and possibly put him away. But based on history, what I've seen, Wilder, for the most part, catches everybody first. Wilder is resilient. And once again, this is not coming from a fan perspective, because I'm not a heavyweight fan at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly believe that Wilder beats everyone in the heavyweight division with the exception of Tyson Fury. The only one that I see that has the potential to make it to that level to be the next great heavyweight is Jared Anderson. That's the only one I'm impressed with right now, that he shows real high level skills for a heavyweight.
Yeah, no, he hasn't fought nothing but some cab drivers and Uber drivers so far. So you can't really say that right now. He's got to be tested. He's got to be tested.
Yeah, he ain't fought. He needs to fight. He needs to go and fight Jermaine Franklin, love. That's what he needs.
He's in the same light as Boots. He passes the eye test, but until he's proven, you can't really.
You're right. But believe it or not, 9 out of 10 times the eye test is right. I'm going based off what I see and based off what I know off of his pedigree. The skills is there. Yes. Have we seen him display that against the high levels guys? No, we haven't. But you're seeing him display it. So I'm confident that when he steps up in competition, he will display it. He might have some tough fights here and there because all young fighters run into a tough fight. But I have confidence that the next great heavyweight is going to be Jared Anderson. That's just how I see it.
And well, Godspeed, man. You're entitled to an opinion, and I agree. I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
King of King, I want to hear your opinion, because you're a Wilder supporter, and I want to hear your opinion about him fighting Fury again, him going to fight possibly AJ instead of Ruiz. Where does this all go? Because, I mean, you know, we're still just going to just chop it up about the heavyweights, I guess, because, you know, Tyson Fury opens the door to that. Fury, AJ, Wilder, Ruiz, whatever.
Yeah, he somehow.
Come on now. Let me hear you.
Here's the thing about it is.
Quiet over there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound a bit quiet. Let's go.
No, wait, hold on. Just let me turn my gain up.
Turn that gain up.
Can you hear me better?
Gain up.
Okay,
so well, here's the thing is, I know that he's ordered to fight Ruiz. I don't see it in his best interest to be trying to fight Tyson Fury again. He probably will. I don't know. But I think from what I've seen, from what Eddie Hearn and them are talking about lately, I think there might be real possibility that Joshua fight finally happening. I think that's more of an important fight than a Ruiz or a Tyson Fury fight right now in the stage of their career. I just think it's one of those fights where we can look. Here's the thing about it: we can have sour grapes and go, "Oh, this shit happen." Like, man, we say that too much. Let's quit acting like that's not something new. We don't get fights when they're supposed to happen. They happen when they happen. I feel like AJ still has significant in the tank. I mean, he has a couple losses, but I don't think he got battered in those Usyk fights. And I think Wilder has still some left in the tank as well. He's decided to realize that he
but
can't come
did
into
get
the
battered,
fight.
though. He did.
Yeah,
get
he
battered.
did get beat up, but the thing about it is I'm not determined who. I'm not saying who will win that fight.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that it's a real possibility now.
I want to ask you though your honest opinion on do you share the same sentiment as David of saying that you don't see anyone else in the heavyweight division to beat Wilder other than
I don't.
Fury?
You know how I feel about that. I don't evaluate fantasy matchups. If I don't see a fight on paper, I don't like talking about it because I've run through the ringer with too many of these heavyweights and no fights happening. Like I've broken it down back, forth, left. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. It's like
but what? Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So
but
I'm saying at this point in time, I have to see it.
Yeah, no, but as a blanket statement, like like for me to say, like, I don't see anyone beating Bud Crawford. I do. Like, he could get beat. So I don't need to see him with like everybody first. I'm just saying, as a blanket statement, I can't say that Bud Crawford beats everybody.
Yeah, you can't say that about any fighter.
I'm just saying, do you share the same sentiment? Or
No, I don't say that about any fighter because I've seen Deontay Wilder lose twice. So I can't just automatically assume he can. The heavyweight division is a unique division where everybody's big, everybody hits hard to an extent. So anything can happen.
Yeah.
I saw Mike Tyson get knocked out by Buster Douglas. So I mean, and he was invincible at that time. So it's that's why we watch boxing. So I can't say 100% guaranteed that he wins every one of those fights.
That's why they call boxing the theater of the unexpected, man. And you know what?
Right.
As crazy as this may seem, I actually wouldn't mind seeing a Wilder Fury 4 if, hear me out, a big if. If let's say Wilder knocks out AJ and then knocks out Usyk. The reason why I say that because I still think Wilder presents a level of danger that no one else brings to Tyson Fury. At the end of the day, Wilder did knock him down multiple times. I don't believe Wilder would win.
He ain't the only one that knocked him down.
I know, right? Fury's been knocked down.
I'm not trying to be funny. Look, I'm not trying to be funny. No disrespect, but when you hear a statement like that has been said by multiple people, not based on fact, that's a narrative or a talking point. That makes no sense. You can't corroborate it with anything.
I mean,
because I've heard too many people say that.
Well,
yeah,
honestly,
Fury was dropped in the past, but that was before he got on the level he's on. The level he's at right now, he's like at his best right now. And Wilder was the only one to drop him. And Wilder, to me, once again, I'm not a Wilder fanboy or any of that, but I will give Wilder his due. Wilder may be the most or top 5 biggest punchers I've ever seen in heavyweight history. That speaks volumes.
I don't know.
Have you studied the heavyweight history of punches? You better put that on Archie Moore and some other people that got 100 and. Nah, I ain't going with that.
No.
Those guys are small.
Listen, I'm a child of the 60s, raised in the 70s. I've seen too many battles in my life for that comment to just fly. No, that's a solid no.
We ain't having it.
That's a hell no.
Hell,
you can't even
honestly,
compare him to the greats.
And there is one other thing I would disagree with. I don't, honest to God.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
But honest opinion is, I don't think Fury right now is at his best. Real talk, because if you look at what Fury does, like stylistically, it's a lot less than he did back after the Klitschko fight, or even before the Klitschko fight. Like real talk, honest to God, like he does very generic things nowadays. He's good at what he does, but he's not doing what he used to do. So I don't know if this is the quote unquote best of Tyson Fury. Honestly, put him back on the Nandrolone sauce, and he'll be 10 times. I'm joking, but But no, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a lot of hyperbole when it comes to Wilder when you say he's the strongest. Like, I mean, not the strongest, like top 5 heavy hitting. because you have to look at this level of competition. You can knock out Hobo Sam or Long Schmo McJoe from 5 blocks down, and like real talk, Deontay Wilder's best win was against Luis Ortiz, who we saw get knocked down like multiple times against Andy Ruiz. So like the argument is he's a heavy hitter. Fine, you can be people used to say, well, people did say up until quite recently, oh, Zerto was a heavy hitter. He devastates. He dominates everyone he steps in the ring with. Steps in the ring with someone good, he gets put on his ass. So you see what I'm trying to get at? There's a lot of hyperbole.
I know what you're saying,
but hey, this is what I say about that real quick is, okay, I think a big issue we have to figure out and define is how good we actually think Andy Ruiz is. Because I hear people say, because if we think Andy Ruiz is top 5, getting dropped by him isn't something that you say, damn, that's nothing. Like, so that's the biggest thing that I have, like, as far as dealing with Andy Ruiz, because it's like it's kind of wish-washy with him. Like, what do we consider him? Is he a top 5 heavyweight? Is he one of the top 5 heavyweights right now? I mean, what is Andy Ruiz in the heavyweight sphere right now?
Inactive.
Honestly, I can't even put Andy Ruiz that high right now. Real talk.
Well, I think Andy Ruiz, when focused, is once again, I don't really know the heavyweights like that. So I'm just gonna say Wilder, Fury, AJ, Usyk. I will put Andy Ruiz in the top 5 when he focused. At the end of the day, he has one of the biggest wins out of everybody there. He did stop AJ. At the end of the day, you got to give him his due. And back to Wilder. Yes, you said that Wilder is knocking out a bunch of Joey Bag of Donuts, Tony Tomato Can. I get you, but he's still knocking them out. Because other fighters, and not to bring Devin Haney up, Devin Haney wasn't knocking out his Tony Tomato Cans. You know, at the end of the day, Wilder is knocking these guys out. The last guy he knocked out, he knocked him out with a cocotazo. And LadyChann, you know what a cocotazo is. You Spanish. That's like when your mother hits you in the head like that. That's what.
Yeah, but you know what? I got to.
That's what that look like.
You're comparing a Devin Haney to a Wilder. At least, yeah, I consider Devin Haney pillow fisted, but that's a pure boxer.
Exactly.
Wilder is not a boxer. Wilder's a puncher. There's a difference.
Yeah, but there are boxers that have power that are able to knock those guys out as well.
The point he's getting at is it's a stylistic thing. The fact of the matter is Devin Haney wants to play games. If he wants to jab, he wants to keep the distance. That's all he wants to do. Wilder wants to go in for a knockout. And from a point of view,
right,
kind of get what both of y'all are getting at. But he makes a fair point. Devin Haney is not like if don't compare anyone to Devin Haney's punching power. At one, it's different weight classes. One's a small weight class, one's a big weight class. Heavyweights are a lot, like, just weight-wise, they're different.
Mm-hmm.
So
all their punches hurt.
Exactly. Yeah. So everything they throw, like even Usyk, who's like, again, it's like Usyk. He's not gonna go for the knockout. He's a boxer.
Right.
So that's like the same idea. So like you can't really compare those. If you want to compare him stylistically to someone who also wants to go for the knockout. Keep it, fair. And consistent.
See, if people said, now here's my thing. If people said he knocked down pretty much just about everybody he got in the ring with, yes, that's a fact. I get that. But when you go look into the history, the young man that was just talking, that's next to me, you got to look at
Ivo.
Yeah. No, not Ivo. The other one. The one in the middle. Yeah, you got to look at in history, people like the Archie Moores, the ones that had 100 and something, 200 fights and got 100 and something knocked. That's what you're basing it on.
Hang on, let me hook you up. 1 sec.
And other people, there's other people. So he's not in that category.
Well, what I will say is this: as far as Archie Moore and those guys goes, those guys were small heavyweights back then. I wouldn't compare them with Wilder power-wise. But what I will agree with you on is that the level of competition was better. So the knockouts look more impressive opposed to now, because you already heard me not bashing, but I wasn't speaking highly of this generation's heavyweight division. So yeah, Wilder is knocking out a lot of guys that will be journeymen back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s. These guys would be journeymen, but he's still getting them out of there. He's doing it with arm punches. He's not even sitting down on the punches. He's knocking out guys that are a lot bigger. Mind you, Wilder is a big guy, but Wilder only weighs 216, 17 pounds. He's knocking guys out like Julian Jackson style, and these guys are 240, 250 pounds. So that has to count for something. And I never say he's the greatest heavyweight puncher of all time, but when you mention, if you come up with a top 10 heavyweight puncher list, and that's a good show for you, Shan, one of these days to do, I would have Wilder in that list, top 10. And we could talk about that now if you want to.
Current of all time, I have to just clarify.
No, we'll do it. We'll probably do a show on that.
No, I just want some clarification. You mean like of all time, boss, or like of this generation?
No, this generation. He's the hardest puncher of this generation, hands down. But as far as
yes, please.
And then I'll call you back.
Go ahead.
That sounds like my buddy over there.
Yeah.
I blasted you the last time. I'm gonna be more respectful while I'm blasting you right now.
It's all good. Listen, happy holidays, by the way. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and all that.
I love your accent. I guess because it's New York accent.
Philadelphia. He's Philadelphian.
New York, Philadelphia. Yeah. I'm tri-state.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But anyway, I was listening to a few of the things you were saying. You said that no other fighter that's as skilled as Usyk. I mean, as Fury. Usyk is more skilled than Usyk. I mean,
but Fury got the size though.
No, but you said that Fury is the most skilled heavyweight, and I disagreed. And I said no, he's not. Secondly, you compare Wilder's wins to tomato cans, and you're acting like these guys like Usyk or AJ is going to stand right in front of him. If these guys study Wilder, he could be beaten. He doesn't fight on the back foot. It's like a lot of stuff. And not only that, you're judging Wilder that's been beaten, knocked out his last 2 fights, and you think that he's going to beat someone as sharp as Usyk just like that. It's just a lot of stuff you're saying, and you're saying Julian Jackson. I love Julian Jackson. Virgin Islands represent, because my family from Virgin Islands. Mm-hmm. But as devastated as a puncher he wasn't the best boxer. And he did get beaten up a few times by good boxers. So you have to just look at it. It comes, you can't say that, just because Wilder. Come on, that's like bullshit. There's a lot of punchers that's out there that's devastating, and they got beat by pure boxers or guys that are boxers punchers, like AJ. But that's all I wanted to say. I'm listening. I'll call back.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Let him talk to you and then you get. Oh, she got off.
Anyway, I agree with her as far as what she said, that in history, boxers for the most part do beat punchers. But the key thing that I did say that you forgot to mention is that these guys don't have those skills. We don't have the type of heavyweights with the skill set to neutralize a Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury is the only one that did, and he has the size to make it effective. Usyk has the skills, but Usyk is too small. Usyk gets hit. AJ gets hit. AJ been stretched. These guys don't have the skill set, in my opinion, to outbox Wilder and neutralize him over 12 rounds.
AJ been stretched. At least he wasn't on his face down, ass up.
What are you? Could you elaborate what
you talking about, dude?
I just want. I'm not gonna say anything insulting. I just want to say, can you elaborate what you mean when you say he got stretched out?
How? He's never been stretched.
I'm just trying to remember. Like, if you want to talk about the knockdown against Reese, fair enough. You can make a case there, but
that's not stretched.
Exactly. That's exactly.
I meant to say he got stopped. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, he got stopped, but he wasn't face down, ass up. Come on, you're not coming with facts, my nigga. You coming with like I could say Sam Langford. He was small, but he beat up heavyweights. You're not coming with like statistics. You're not coming with historical facts from boxing. I'm sorry, you're not.
All I'm saying is that
Establish a security code for access to all functions previously transferred to bridge.
Enter code.
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 73117888 732 476789764376 lock.
Security code intact for all specified inquiries and orders.
Right, we scanned the fucking ship again now, mate. Let's start with stats, facts, and data for real. Come again,
yeah.
Lisa and Ivo.
Yes, Star Wars, my favorite cartoon.
No, Star Trek.
I'm joking. That's how you piss off the Star Trek fans.
I know. It
I
works.
almost came up in here, man. I will calm it down before it be you die.
man, man, y'all giving it to me tonight. Last time y'all brutalized me for saying that Errol Spence was the top 5 pound for pound, and now I'm getting brutalized for Wilder.
I mean, because you always say the wildest shit.
Well, all I said
because
was
you're
that
not putting it all on the line. You got to let your titties hang down,
all
even
I'm
though you
saying
don't
is-
have them.
Damn.
And I haven't even gotten into this.
You got Shannon over there bugging out. Listen, all I'm saying is that the heavyweight division does not have an elite skilled fighter that can actually neutralize that man for 12 rounds, with the exception of Fury. That's my personal opinion. I've seen a lot of boxing. What I'm saying right now might come off a little off the wall, but I know what I'm talking about. I don't see nobody that fights like Larry Holmes. I don't see anybody that boxes like James Toney. I don't see anyone that could box like Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Michael Moore. I don't see none of that today. I don't. Tyson Fury is there because of his skill set and because he's huge. He got the cheat code. He's so big. I don't see anybody else there that can outbox that man for 12 rounds. Can he get caught and clipped and knocked out? Absolutely he can. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't see anybody with the skill set to like neutralize him for 12 rounds without getting clipped with that right hand.
I don't agree with that.
I
there's
see
some
Usyk
names that
boxing
are
for
coming
12 rounds and not getting hit with that hit.
He got hit by AJ.
I see that.
Yeah,
too.
the difference is AJ's knows how to box and he knows how to go inside and outside. Wilder doesn't. Wilder has one hand. That's it.
David,
That's
stop.
it.
AJ, you just don't
You better
rate
put
AJ.
some respect on AJ name.
No, I'm not even going that far. I'm just saying like that's a disingenuous argument because one, they're two different styles, and two, AJ is he can fight inside, he can fight outside. So like that's unrealistic.
Now listen. Now here's the deal, right? Yes, Wilder's not the prettiest style, but you got to give him credit. This is the skill he has. He's not just a puncher. He knows how to put himself in position to land that punch.
The skills what he has is that he can box and he can punch. Why are you trying to overrate Wilder by underrating AJ?
I'm not overrating Wilder.
Mad props, and that's cool if you want to give Wilder props, but please don't be like Wilder's like he's this and he's the next coming of Jesus Christ.
No,
and then
I never said that.
And
I
then
never said he was great.
Stretched, you got dropped, you got.
I mean, Shan, I know that AJ. I know. Please.
When it comes to the AJ thing, I've calmed down.
That's what I'm saying. Please don't desecrate me. Don't desecrate me. And I know
I'm trying to put things into perspective, honestly, because I don't know where you're coming from. I'm trying to gauge where you're coming from.
He's trying to say that.
All I'm saying is
that from what I'm seeing, from what I'm gathering,
the heavyweight division is trash. That's what I'm saying.
The way it sounds like to me, he's trying to say that Wilder can bully his way through anybody that's in the heavyweight division right now, which I disagree with. Which I completely disagree with because I don't think he could bully his way through Frank Sanchez. I don't think he could bully his way through like Zan. Zan's fucking huge.
I don't even.
Zan's fucking huge too. That's a fucking. That's an anomaly in itself.
To add on to your list, I don't think he bullies his way through Joyce. Honest to God, once Joyce starts putting pressure and starts accumulating punches on Wilder, he will go down. Like that is just a factual thing because Wilder doesn't know how to box. He doesn't have any inside game. He has a one-hit quitter. That's it.
You're saying
he's not a bully though. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
he's not that type of fighter. He sets you up with the 1-2.
And with all respect to your opinion, Wilder's knockouts are reliant on the opponent doing something stupid.
Like standing in front of him.
He has the exact same issue that I think Tank Davis has. A good counterpuncher makes his opponent fuck up. He doesn't do that. He just makes like his opponents do that for him. That's the issue.
I wouldn't compare Wilder with Tank Davis at all. Tank Davis
it's just a stylistic comparison because they are both counterpunchers that want to go for the knockout, and it's the same issue.
Heavyweights, by the way.
To elaborate on what you're saying, every fighter gets clipped when they make a mistake. Wilder just capitalizes on the mistake.
Because he's fighting. This all goes back to the same issue at hand. His level of when you fight a lower level of competition, they will make mistakes. A Hellenius will walk forward with no regard for the fact that he's about to get knocked out, and a Luis Ortiz will make the same mistakes. Like that's what I'm trying. That's been the crux of the conversation this entire time.
I understand.
Because the issue is like. Sorry, let me calm my dog down. You can continue. Sorry if I went off on a tirade or cut you off.
It's okay. No, listen, it's all right. Listen, this is the sport that we're all passionate about. It's all good. Now, my thing is this. Like I said in the beginning of me getting into the chat, I don't really follow the heavyweights like that, so I'm not really too knowledgeable about who's who. Like you mentioned a lot of names, I don't even know who they are. When you talk about the heavyweight division, to me personally, what I know is Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, AJ, Andy Ruiz, Ortiz, and Usyk. I don't know Joyce, and of course the young guy Jared Anderson. I don't know all these guys you're mentioning. And
really,
once again,
I really don't follow the heavyweights.
You don't. But there's people here on this panel that do follow heavyweights.
That's why I respect what everyone's saying.
I can't agree with what you're saying. You're saying that you're not a fan or a follower of the heavyweights, but yet on that same note, you're going to make this outrageous claim. And it is an outrageous claim what you're saying that he's going to bully through the heavyweight division. No, absolutely not. He hasn't faced everyone in the heavyweight division. Like my man said, he ain't going to run through Joyce. That's not going to happen. He's not running through a Frank Sanchez. That's not. These are skilled, competent boxers that avoid punches.
And if he acts dumb and if he acts dumb, and Arslanbek Makhmudov will put him on his ass.
Oh God, I didn't even remember that.
You know what I'm gonna do? While you guys are mentioning these names, I'm gonna look them all up on my TV and my YouTube because I want to see who these guards are that you're talking about. Yes, I really want to learn.
Yeah, like Arslan, if he does anything dumb, Arslanbek Makhmudov's a big mofo. He will put him on his ass.
Okay. Yeah, somebody said Frank Sanchez, right? I got the YouTube on my TV. Hopefully, this should not, but I'm not gonna put it on Revival.
Yeah, I want to see. Right. This guy moves around a lot. Sanchez moves around a lot, and he's a counterpuncher as well.
I want to see what he looks like.
He hasn't even been a Hall of Famer.
Hey, don't sleep on Arslanbek Makhmudov, man. That's
I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna call you guys. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit because here's the problem. Everybody you guys named, except for Joyce, is fucking unproven. And the same knock you have on Wilder for saying that, it's good looking, knocking out these guys. That's all those dudes have fought.
Thank you.
So guys can look skilled because I'm heavy on heavyweights. I watched a lot of guys that look good get smoked and knocked out. There's a lot of skilled fighters that turn out to be nothing. That turn out to be great against this guy. And I hate to use him as an example because I don't want shit on, but without his saying his name, I just recently seen a guy get beat up on some YouTube boxing who I know is clearly more skilled than a lot of guys he fights. But it just happens. So we can't sit there. Just keep it real. So you can't sit there. So let's talk about proven heavyweights. That's why I said, what's the top 5 heavyweights right now? Proven heavyweights, not prospects, not maybes. He looks great against F.A. Ajaba motherfuckers. I mean, let's be real. Let's name top 5 heavyweights with credible wins that we can say are the best and how they stack up. Let's not talk about future potential. And Joyce is the only one that qualifies for that out of the contender because he's a title contender. The rest of the guys you're talking about are prospects.
Thank you so much. What's your name again?
King of Kings.
King of Kings. I'm looking at Frank Sanchez highlights right now. Deontay Wilder would flatline this guy. Okay, let's get him out the way. He will flatline this guy, okay? I'm seeing him getting touched up. I'm watching him getting touched up by some guy named Negron. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound animated. Let's eliminate him from the bunch. He would get flatlined. Like I said about AJ, I meant to say stop. This guy would get stretched.
All right.
In the words of Lady Shan,
Okay.
desecrated.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And look, here's the
So
other thing. The same way y'all
what
felt about
Hall of
Louis
Famer has
Ortiz.
he beat? What Hall of Famer has he beat?
That whole division
None.
is not a Hall of Fame. None of them. Only Tyson Fury is a
I
Hall
just
of Fame.
said
That whole
none.
division-
Whoa! Usyk is a Hall of Fame fighter. First
Oh
off,
no,
he's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry
undisputed.
about that. I take
Second
that.
off,
All right,
he's
Usyk.
fighting heavyweight. Calm
Okay,
down
but
a
it's
little bit.
not. No. Okay, I apologize for that because he did based on what he did. But other than that, that division is not a division where you could jump out and say
Anthony
Ali.
Joshua is a Hall of Famer.
He ain't answer me.
Anthony
He ain't
Joshua.
answer me.
Anthony Joshua will be Michael Grant if he was back in the 90s.
Anthony Joshua is a Hall of Famer just on his achievements and his level. He fought the most, 8 out of 10 of the at the time current ring champs. 7 out of the 8 in which he beat. 4 of those were absolutely all undefeated champions, in which Anthony Joshua defeated all 4 of those champs on a spree. 12 title runs consistently from the 15th fight, and that was his first title fight. So, you know, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Golden Olympian as well. Yeah.
And he beat a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So that's all I was asking you.
Those stats, that's why he's a Hall of Famer.
So we throwing it, you giving it out, but we throwing it back.
It's all good. It's all good. Listen, I respect. I'm not saying nobody's wrong. We all have, at the end of the day.
No, we're right because we're going by stats.
No, but we're not all right when it comes to these mythical matchups.
No, it's no after that.
No, these guys haven't fought at the end of the day. You guys are saying Frank Sanchez will beat Wilder, and
okay.
Because you made an outrageous claim that's saying that the heavyweight division sucks. Like not sucks, but
I'm standing on that.
But you haven't even seen any. You've seen 3 heavyweights fighting.
I'm gonna get you, Chan. You don't pull me out of my. I'm gonna get you, Chan.
What I said. The heavyweight division is not
pulled out today.
This is in no way going to be remembered as a glory era for the heavyweights.
Godspeed, man. I can't change someone's opinion on the matter, but Godspeed.
BK says Wilder beats the rest because BK's big on Tyson Fury. So, you know, when they're big on Tyson Fury, you know, they team up Fury and Wilder, and then those two are indestructible. And they just beat everyone just because, you know, his favorite fighters beat. You have to build up the guy that Fury beat to make the Fury win look massive. That's what you're doing. I'm not here to shit on Wilder. I'm here to tell the truth. Like, let's have it right, BK. It wasn't a massive win. It weren't a massive win. It was great that he was an undefeated champ. I give it that. But level of competition, resumes speak tenfold. So it wasn't like he defeated a Klitschko. And even when he defeated Klitschko, him and AJ both did it within 17 months. Coolio and the motherfucking gang. Klitschko still wasn't even undefeated. You need to know how many undefeated champs has Tyson Fury beaten. Not more than AJ. Not more than, and definitely not more than Wilder.
Hey, you know what you should do? You know what you should do? I will hop on for that if you do it. Do a recap of not Wilder. Fury versus Klitschko, man. That was the worst fight I've ever seen in my life, man.
I vowed never to watch that again.
That was a horrible fight.
I will never watch that again. That fight makes Devin Haney Cambosos look like Ali versus Frazier.
Hey, man! Don't even compare that, man. That she real shit, man. It does make it look like Frazier, man. God damn, that fight was horrible.
Yeah, it was
horrible fighter. Horrible
fighter.
I would never watch that fight ever again. And I've seen Haney versus Cambosos more than once, just because I want to critique a few things. But Fury versus Wilder was horrible. I mean, not Wilder. I'm sorry. Fury versus Klitschko was horrible.
Arlette wants to know: does CMOS rot your brain, David?
Huh?
Arlette says: does CMOS rot your brain?
Oh man, CMOS strengthens your brain because CMOS has 92 minerals. It removes stress particles, keeps you on point, keeps you focused. It keeps you telling the truth, like I'm doing right now. Absolutely.
No verdad para ti. Sí, mentiroso grande. See?
CMOS is cat proof.
No, it's not. Not for you. It's not Capadonna. What did we say? Cape Verde, Capadonna, Cappuccino.
Yeah, that was epic, man. That was epic. That time you went off.
You know what I don't get right now? I just looked something up in the heavyweight division. I don't get why the WBO has their head up their ass and trying to mandate Joyce versus Usyk when we want to get an undisputed bout. I don't understand that.
Ivo, sorry, I was reading the chat.
Sorry about that. Maybe my mic was off. I just don't get why the WBO is trying to mandate Joyce versus Usyk when we want to have an undisputed bout in heavyweight.
Because Joyce is pressing for the fight because these guys are bullshitting around.
Fucking Fury, hurry your ass up, man.
That's the problem. Look, just think about it right now. Think if you're in Joyce's position. I know it sounds great and whatever, but he's been waiting for a title shot. And this is the thing we were talking about the other day about Dylan White and pressing for our organization. So WBC's bullshitting around letting Tyson Fury do whatever the fuck he want to do. So he going to press for that fight. Usyk talking about I want to chill till February. We know full well Tyson Fury's not fighting him in February. He's already setting the stage up for that fight not to happen. So like we talk about people holding up divisions. Joyce don't have time to be bullshitting. He wants to get that smoke now. So of course he's going to press for his title shot. And I don't know if Usyk is going to take. Like I said, Usyk. When was the last fight against AJ? Was it in the summer?
September, isn't it? Or just now? When it September?
Yeah, like 2 months ago.
I think it was September.
Yeah, September.
September. So
September.
That's why I said because these guys don't fight often enough. 2 fights a year, and it's not back in the 70s when they were fighting more than that. We talking about 2010 guys fighting 3 times a year title defenses. So when you're in a situation like that where one dude has already got a fight, Usyk's not. It's not like we got a contract. It's not like he got. If they might pass that if they do fucking make the fight, but there's no fight made. So what's the WO anybody else in Georgia is supposed to do? Sit around wait for Fury to figure out what he want to fucking do? Figure out what? No, he needs to go get the smoke. And guess what? If he go gets it and he beats Usyk, then fucking they can fight. Him and Tyson Fury can meet up during the summertime. I mean,
because I'm looking at it, and then we have the WBA has Daniel Dubois, so it's like we like. If we don't again, last time I had an undisputed heavyweight, I was a kid, and so I would love to have one before I die.
Yes, but
let
it
me
has
ask
to be
a
the wheels
question
of the
to
fighters
everyone.
who want to do it, man. Like every division where we have an undisputed undisputed fighter is based on everybody in that division had the will to do it. Canelo had the clout to get people in the ring. He had the money. Charlo and them, they pressed it, went out there, collected one of them belts, got that shit done. Haney fucking went and took a bullshit contract, flew to Australia twice to get his shit done. The fighters have to want to get it done. Fury has no will to do that. So I mean, that's just all it is to it.
Very unfortunate.
Let me ask a question.
We got a low key start. Like I had a discussion with somebody about this once. Like low key, we're gonna have to just start discount. Like some of your favorite fighters may fall into this thing. One of my fighters falls into it. I'm just like, if you don't got 2 or 3 of the belts, then well, fuck it. Like to me, you just like to me, that's not legit. And if you didn't pursue to go get the other belts, then what was somebody? Fury has no motivation. He had all those belts already.
Yeah.
Like in his mind, he doesn't care. He's had all it means something to Usyk. It'd be better off for Fury to get stripped or some shit, and then he'll get his chance. But Fury has no motivation to fight Usyk. There's no money on the table for it.
Let Lisa reply. Lisa wants to ask a question. Go ahead, let's see.
I just wanted to ask a question. Is it possible that they don't want a heavyweight undisputed champ as well as welterweight? There's too many things that's getting in the way of it every time.
Well, when AJ had the 3 belts, the fucking services show on his ass with mandatory after mandatory.
Right.
But here's my issue, King of King. If Fury does drop the belt, it's gonna go back to the window of Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, and I got my money on Wilder in that fight. And if that happens, what do you really think we have an odds of seeing an undisputed champion? Wilder didn't take the $100 million for AJ. What do you think? He's not gonna make that for Usyk. That's my issue I have at hand.
I'm saying there's a bunch of scenarios that we don't know.
Moving around so much. I'm the process.
This is why boxing is garbage. This is why boxing is irritating. We're talking about, well, what if this and that has been this and I low key don't rate Ruiz as low as a lot of people seem to want to rate him. Ruiz got fast hands. Ruiz has lost 2 fights to world championship champions, and one of those fucking losses, a lot of people thought he might have won. So I mean, it ain't no guarantees that happens. But like I said, we once again are talking in circles. If Tyson Fury doesn't want to do it and he keeps paying his secondship fees, it's not going to happen. So even Fury keeps his. Your best bet is for Chisora to beat Fury, and then then you'll get that fight.
And release
Oh boy.
That's the only chance in hell. If Chisora somehow pulls, if he goes up to God, the highest mountain peaks, and asks for a win and knocks him out, then you'll get your undisputed champion.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why I don't rock with Fury or Wilder, because it's been too many times Undisputed has been blocked because of them, and that's why I don't mess with them.
Yeah,
you know, it took me a while to realize, bro, Wilder and Fury are remnants of the Klitschko era of boxing. Bro, I still didn't click with me because I used to think Wilder came up during AJ, but no, he came up. He was champion during the Klitschko era. Like he's been around for a while. Like that just took me a minute to remember.
Yeah, he could have fought Vitali, let alone Vladimir. Vladimir and Vitali, but Shelley Finkel had him.
It just took me a minute to remember that. It's like, damn, these guys really are ancient.
Yeah, he probably didn't want to put his new heavyweight in there with Vlad, but that would have been an undisputed right there. But I guess they didn't.
All the time when there's
a
with these lot, no lie, it never happens. It never happens with them two in the fold. And then Fury's talking about that Joe Joyce he don't have to fight Joe Joyce really, or Usyk because they're not in his era. Houseway, they're fucking older than you mug.
Well, I mean, low key is just
they're still in your era. They're still in your era. You was pro before him, but yes, still in your. You can still clean up shop. If you're that good, clean up shop. Then they're not in your era. Beat the older prospects then that have been undisputed, and you ain't.
Fury has again playing devil's advocate. Fury has no reason to fight Joyce. It's not as mandatory or coming up mandatory.
If you just want to absolutely prove that you're the best in this era, then we need to see you clean out your division, sir.
But but here's the issue: he doesn't have to prove because everyone already does it for him. Everyone and their mother puts him already above everyone else. Even though realistically, his best win in the last decade is Wilder, arguably 3 times.
Yeah, it's lame. It's lame across the board.
So he doesn't have to because everyone already puts him in a hyperbole. The moment I saw a heavyweight on the pound for pound list on fucking ESPN, I was like, don't get me started.
It's a shit show. It's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
That was on the pound for pound list.
In my language, we call that huinya.
A what?
We call that huinya.
Huinya. What does that mean?
Yeah.
David calls us what we're doing and Senora Bonchinchosa. Tu nombre. Oh yeah, now you're muted, love. Can you hear me, Senor Bonchinchoso?
Yes.
See?
How's my audio?
Yeah, no, I muted you. I'm just saying that you're Senor Bonchinchoso.
Okay. Was there something wrong with my audio a little while ago? Because I kept saying that I was muted.
We could hear you cooking or pouring. So when you're moving around,
enjoy the Thanksgiving leftovers, buddy.
I'm actually making a grilled cheese right now.
Hey, Godspeed, man.
We don't want to hear it, though.
Gotcha.
You have to mute when you're not talking, Bonchinchoso.
I got you. Now, Shan, let me.
Oh, sorry. Now go ahead.
Being that you're from the UK, and of course you're going to support your people, which I respect 1,000%. What's your take on Lennox Lewis's career? Because I think he's one of my favorite heavyweights. He grew on me after a while, which I'm gonna break it down to you why in a minute. But what do you think about Lewis? Were you big on Lennox Lewis?
Yeah, he's in my like all time. Definitely, he ranks in at about. I put him at number. He comes in just under Mike Tyson. Tyson, Ali.
No way.
I mean, Ali, Tyson, Foreman. No, Ali. Hang on. Let me give you Ali. Ali.
Joe Louis.
No, I don't. I know all the Joe Louis, Jack Johnson. I'd say Ali. Then I'd say, Foreman, Tyson, Lewis.
Tyson over Lewis? Hell no.
Yeah. No, I'm putting Tyson over Lewis because of what his accolades. For me, you asked them for my list, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I did have Riddick Bowe in it, and then I thought take him out because I don't like that he Riddick bowed his belt when he did the WBC against Lennox Lewis. So where else do I go? Oh no, do we put in someone like you could put in a Larry Holmes, but he weren't really that guy. Like his level of competition in the end wasn't really.
Yeah, he's known for being up an old Ali. I mean, that's
Wow,
basically
I
it.
can't believe I'm hearing this.
Yeah. So
Really? Yeah.
Those are my. Who else did I have in? Because I had to do a top 10 all-time heavyweights. Do you remember when we had to do that, sis? Who else did I have in there?
I can't believe you said Lewis over Tyson.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Holyfield was there before.
Holyfield, yeah.
Holyfield comes before Lennox Lewis, comes before Mike Tyson for me.
You had Vlad on your list, right?
I had Vitali.
Yeah, God bless Vitali.
Yeah, I had Vitali. Yeah, I had George Foreman. I already said that. Then,
well, Shannon, I rank Lewis higher than Tyson because even though Tyson, the reason why I rank Lewis better than Tyson, he had a better resume. Lennox Lewis, if you think real carefully about his resume, and I'm going to break him down to you because I followed the 90s. Lennox Lewis beat Tyson, beat Holyfield, he beat Klitschko, he beat Razor Ruddock, he beat David Tua, he beat Michael Grant, he beat Tony Tucker, he also beat Ray Mercer, he also beat Shannon Briggs. I mean, I could go on and on. And the two losses that he had, the two losses Lennox Lewis had, he avenged those losses. Riddick Bowe's not on the list because Riddick Bowe never got a chance to have a long reign. He won the belt and he got fat after that. Mike Tyson could have been ranked higher. What happened with Mike Tyson was Mike Tyson went to jail before that young wave came up. When Tyson became champion, he was beating the older guys. He beat Larry Holmes, he beat Trevor Burbeck, Tony Tucker, Tony Tubbs.
Heavyweight champion. And
here's the thing that look, this is the example that I give everybody when they do that ranking of Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. I saw a poor man version of Lennox Lewis. I mean, of Mike Tyson. Mr. McCall stopped Lennox Lewis. So to me, in my mind, if you take Tyson in his prime, like you can go through those accolades, but a lot of that came after Lennox you slowly grew into the super heavyweight guy. But if you took Tyson in his prime against Lewis in his prime, Tyson beats him. Like I think people underrate Tyson wasn't just a power hitter. He was a complete fighter. Defensively, probably one of the best defensive fighters at heavyweight, period.
Yeah.
He was short, he was stocky. You can go, well, Lewis won these fights later on, but I'm saying head to, like my interpretation of when you say fights, I say head to head. If they fought in their prime, Tyson wins that by knockout, 8th round. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say that because I've seen him fight somebody the structure like him and get blew out. So a lot of those fights, like you say, well, Tyson, when he beat Tyson Larry, we all know that Tyson, after he went to jail, was washed. Like he may have had some good fights here and there, but he was done after that and then on top of that, that was post Customato. Any version of Tyson without Customato, to me, is a lower level version victory over Tyson, because when he was in his game, he was unbeatable.
Yeah, he was a monster. And then Kevin Rooney left. I don't know what happened with just wasn't the same. Yeah. But still a great, all-time great fighter here.
Damn,
and
Lennox Lewis was the last. Sorry, Lisa. Sorry.
He was in a what do you call it? A tournament, and he beat all those people and became the youngest heavyweight champion. He broke the he made the Guinness Book. He beat out Floyd Patterson was before him. So he made history,
Yeah. So what was your whole list, David? Did you say it? If you did, my bad. Your top 10 heavyweights.
One second. I'm chewing on it.
Damn, the fact of the matter is the last undisputed heavyweight was Lennox Lewis almost 23 years ago now?
My top 10 list, Shan? That's what you asked me? My top 10 heavyweight list. Okay. Number one, Muhammad Ali. Number 2, I have Joe Louis. Number 3, I gotta go with George Foreman. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Larry Holmes. Number 5, I'm going with Lennox. Number 6, I'm going with, even though I don't know his resume, but I always hear his name all the time, Marciano. What number was that?
That was 5, I believe.
No, 5 was
6.
wait,
That
Ali.
was 6.
Sorry, 6.
All right, 6. Then I'll go with I said Lennox already, right? I said this guy number 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mike Tyson, number 8. No, Evander Holyfield. No, yeah, Tyson at 8, because he had a Tyson at 8. He was undisputed. Evander at 9, and then I'll go with Sonny Liston at 10.
Okay.
Every time I think of Marciano, he beat Joe Lewis's ass.
He was 100 years old when you beat him.
Yeah, Everett
I know,
Charles.
It's
He
just
beat
something.
Jersey Joe Walcott. Yeah.
It's just something that comes up on Coach's channel, and I always remember it. He beat Joe Lewis's ass.
Yeah, that's that Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have a long run, Marciano. But the guys were older.
A lot of guys bring up Marciano, and yeah, he did beat Joe Louis, but Joe Louis was
Yeah, he beat Joe Louis was near enough.
He was washed. They dragged him out of retirement to fight him.
I realized as well, he was fight. Marciano was in the, when it was in the full segregation stuff and all that. Shouts out to him because he do that, but he got aided to have that undefeated record and have everything the way how it panned out. So once you dig yourself into the history of Rocky Marciano, you may retrieve that. Nice guy, don't get it twisted, because he did give Joe Louis the op because nobody wanted to allow him to fight a black fighter to fight at that time. Nice guy. You got to look into it, and then you may.
Yeah, if you want to talk about a padded record, he's like, that's why I don't take the Rocky Marciano comparison to anything real, because it's sort of like when people bring up, Babe Ruth was the greatest baseball player. I'm like, yeah, but it was segregated. He only played against half the competition. So you got to really, like, Rocky Marciano, if you want to really look at his record, and we like to look at resumes and who people fought, it is very weak. So he's just that. I mean, I don't want to say what he is, but he's that guy. So I don't take him serious as top 10. He doesn't beat a lot of the great heavyweights at all.
He doesn't beat Larry Holmes at all.
Nope, Larry Holmes. That's the name I was thinking of too initially, because Larry Holmes, maybe somebody might teeter him towards the bottom 10. Please, he puts Rocky Marciano back into the 50s. I'm saying like if somebody was ranking, like, if somebody didn't take Larry Holmes still, at the least you got to put him in the top 10. And I'm like, if he fought Rocky Marciano, he makes Rocky Marciano look like a
believe it or not, everybody on that top 10 list that I could say everybody mentioned, because I heard your Shann's list too. I believe everybody on the list head to head beats Marciano head to head, because Marciano was like 180 pounds, man. Different type of era back then,
I would also keep. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, also keep in mind that was the era. Like, people don't acknowledge this, and again, Rocky Marciano is just the name. Most people don't even know his resume. But the thing is, you got to keep in mind that era of boxing was owned by the mafia. So what amount of his wins were not orchestrated? And I know it's people like, oh, don't do that semantic, but it's like, it's true. Like, boxing was a dirty sport back then. So that
is saying that there wasn't segregation when Rocky Marciano fought. Yes, there was. There was racism and segregation to a degree in Rocky Marciano fight, because Rocky Marciano it may not have been Joe Louis, but he gave one black fighter. It could have been Joe Louis. He gave one black fighter who was, I'm sure it was who was a previous champ. They didn't want him to. He wasn't allowed.
Motherfucker, mute yourself! You taking a piss, you nasty ass.
No, I'm washing my hands.
I
Bro, I
thought,
swear to God, I thought
I thought that was something else on my screen. I was just going to be like, yo.
Right, yeah, Rocky Marciano fought from 1947 to 1955. Come on,
Also,
y'all.
the segregation
the segregation
Thank you.
era
There's
ended in
not even a
19.
civil
What are
rights
you talking
act or
about?
nothing.
The color,
Still,
yeah,
black people still getting lynched in the
yeah,
South,
that
man.
was,
Come on, man.
yeah, that
The,
was,
the,
yeah, that was,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
that it was segregation, but he's talking about the color lines. Blacks and whites were fighting then. I know what he's talking about.
It was to a extent, but it was still
Because there was a time when there was a
based-
color, there was a colored champion like Sam Langford. You know what I'm trying to say?
Sam Langford.
Still, with Rocky Marciano, there was still racism injected within it that they didn't want. They didn't want black champs to be fighting. Oh, here comes Alexa, fighting with Rocky Marciano. It's Archie Moore. Rocky took the belts. Archie Moore. There was always a big kerfuddle with the mafioso blacks keeping the Great White Hope.
Great
It
White Hope.
was
Yep.
all there. What are you guys talking about? That there was
Jack
no.
Johnson's the one that broke that barrier. Jack Johnson
Yeah,
was the
Jack
first
Johnson,
No,
that's
black
it.
champion.
no.
Right.
We're not saying that it wasn't segregation, but we're talking
No, I'm
about
saying
there was fighters that
that.
broke the color line. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
if I
What I'm
remember
watching,
correctly from
heavyweights.
my U.S. history,
Trash.
mind you, it's been a hot minute. I believe the segregation era was like from the 1900s to like the 1939 or some crap like that. So to say he didn't fight during that era is kind of meh. Know your history, I guess.
Yeah, because there was actually a black help me out, modern King of Kings. Black
Heavyweight.
what were they called? The black
Oh,
where it was just all black boxes.
Murder's
You know what
Row.
I'm trying to say.
Black
Yeah, the
Murder's
Black
Row.
Murderers Row. Yes, I remember
And
reading up about them.
segregation didn't end formally when it first was getting protested. It wasn't until 1955. In World War II, we were still having fucking black units separate from white units. Segregation went on for extensive time. That's why people think, oh, that's back so far. No, we're probably only like maybe, and that's just when the laws got put on the book. That didn't mean that all of a sudden everybody was together. So that shit, Rocky Marciano had the name. I think he's Italian or something like that as well, or some shit. We all know that's what that was going on. The mob was in control of everything. Yes, there was occasional where you had fights happening, but there's a reason why they drug Joe Louis out of obscurity to beat him up, because they wanted to legitimize him because he had no legitimate fight against colors,
records,
as they referred to him at the time. So,
I mean,
right.
No.
And
His
remember,
record is garbage. To me, like I said, it's a
really
gigantic asterisk on the side of it, and to have him seriously in any top 10 heavyweight conversations is low key on some bullshit.
I mean,
Yeah.
keep in mind, like this, like Jim Crow laws were a thing until 1950. So
yeah. And remember, Joe Louis had to pay that box. Was it James Braddock? What was his name? He had to pay a certain percentage of his purse for a long time. Yeah, James J. Braddock. Yeah.
Paid that whole percentage, even for all of his fights after he left that promoter, still, because he gave him he got him a title shot within the segregation because they didn't let blacks fight.
King of Kings, Lisa Bells, LadyChann, have a wonderful afternoon.
You left the Uzdanya.
I know. I have to go I have to go grade homework.
Oh, okay.
Hey, go
All
do
right.
that,
Well, you
go
have
do
a
that,
good evening.
ninja servant work where you don't get no money.
Hey, thank you. I do enjoy our conversations. By far, my favorite conversations.
We enjoy you.
Absolutely.
Shout out, man.
Shout out to you in the Uzdanya.
Yes. Have a blessed one.
And remember, he beat Joe Louis's ass.
Yes.
Shoot, Ezra Charles split his nose. Remember?
AJ all day.
AJ.
Hey,
His
what up?
nose was split.
So I'm late. I'm here.
Hey, what's going on, you little bro?
He split Marciano's. Well, Marciano had the big, and then he saw the stick. Yeah.
Yeah, he split his nose. I was surprised he got through that fight. But I'm gonna tell you something. Rocky was a tough son of a gun, though.
Oh, you left the chat by accident, David. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, because it wasn't that. No, it's just he just wasn't who that he was. The Great White Hope. It was just all. It was a bit of a. It was all a built up thing. It was a bit mythical. Wasn't as real as what everybody states it to have been. You know, when you contextualize it all, you realize. And I did it, and then I realized I was like, nah, I got to take him out the list. You know, when you research, you're like, nah, not quite.
He's the original hype. I mean, let's be honest. He's the original hype. Like he always gets thrown in conversations, but then they'd be like, "Oh, well, no." If you bring up beating Joe Louis, then that's like somebody bringing up, "Oh, you beat Larry Holmes when he was 50 years old."
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like what? Talking about Joe Louis as being wars for an expensive career. And that's crazy that he even mentioned that as a quality win is a joke.
Something fights, mate. All Positive Network in the building. What up, Long time no see.
Ah man, I've just been so busy, man, with this writing and stuff, man. But I've been chiming in the show, been listening, man. I've been loving y'all shows and all this. But I can add to the conversation about what the guy, the boxing scholar. I love the boxing scholar. I love his love his commentary and all that. But he said Lewis wasn't. I'm not a big Lennox Lewis fan, but I do feel Lennox Lewis a top 10 fight heavyweight all time. But he said Lennox Lewis wasn't undisputed because he never got the WBO. But the WBO was not a major title.
Recognized then. It wasn't
recognized then. It was not recognized because the WBO was the last of the major titles now to be created. The WBO came around in 1988, and no one recognized it because if you had a WBO title, the IBF, WBC, and the WBA would not let you unify with them if you had a WBO title. Because
and WBO said if you held any of those other belts, they automatically stripped you. So WBO was not a serious title at that time.
Yeah,
it didn't come into effect until like after 2008, 2009.
No, actually, it was 2004. 2004, but
even then, even then, it was still an obscure belt. That who's the first person that picked it up and legitimized that belt?
Well, it was basically De La Hoya was the first person to really.
Oh, was it De La Hoya? I thought it was Lewis. Well,
Lewis
and then he fought. Okay,
he beat Felix Stern, but they gave him the decision over Stern because he had the WBO at 130, but no one ever recognized it. And Michael Moore had a WBO heavyweight title. And lightweight, but no one recognized it.
Riddick Bowe had it too at some point.
It's what the IBO is right now.
Exactly.
It's what the IBO is now. Yeah.
But do y'all? Oh, go ahead, sir.
I was saying since they made the WBO a major title, that means Herbie Hyde is a 2-time heavyweight champ, so he should be in the Hall of Fame. Herbie Hyde is the only 2-time heavyweight champ in the Hall of Fame. And
that's sad.
What did you need? One belt then? How many belts did you need then?
Well, when you talking about Herbie?
Yeah.
It was only 3 belts when Herbie Hyde had a WBO.
Oh, so that is the 3-belt era. I thought he was going back.
Yeah, the 3-belt era.
But check this out, y'all. Now everything All Positive just said, right? Now I'm gonna flip this, right?
And reverse it.
Can you believe that they tried to pull wool over our eyes with that franchise thing? Think about what he just said and put the franchise into that same category. And they didn't acknowledge.
Yeah.
Is undisputed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So same thing. Are you saying that's like history repeating itself, but in a
right?
Yeah.
But they tried to pull wool over our eyes.
And they told us the franchise can't change hands, but Saturday, Estrada and Chocolatito are fighting for the franchise WBC belt. That doesn't make sense.
They're fighting for the vacant belt. It's the WBC. That's the actual. Or is the franchise?
He's listed as the franchise champ, Estrada.
Right. I mean, but I think the actual vacant WBC belt is on the line too, as well, like the actual one.
Okay, okay. If the vacant, why is he listed as the franchise champ? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, they messed this up after,
franchise, isn't he? That's why.
Yeah, they messed this up. They I don't know why they included that. Like it was. I mean, I'm glad it's the fight is for the vacant title now, but it's also they stopped with it with the franchise after the second fight.
All this shit started with all this shit was in response to try to hate on Devin Haney. That's the only reason this fucking title started becoming transfer. The it's a designation. It's a fucking trophy. That's it.
Yeah.
It can transfer all the fuck it wants. If somebody else in that division can dispute that you're the fucking champ, I don't give a damn if you have that franchise. Like it started with Lomachenko. He's the first one that started that transferring shit when T.O. won it from him. And he got that shit because he wanted to avoid Haney. And that automatically voided out him being the WBC champ. I don't give a shit that there's been one lightweight undisputed champion, that is Devin Haney. This like y'all like look, don't even mention that's not franchise trophy. That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Like the only reason is it's slowly getting validity because we keep mentioning that motherfucker. It was supposed to only be for a couple dudes find different weights. The motherfuckers Estrada they're not like Estrada. I think's been around in that way. So why the fuck does he even have that?
Yeah, we have Canelo to blame for it.
Yeah, Canelo had a
it's the Duck belt. We all know that it's the Duck Championship, and then like I said, the Duck Trophy. It's not fucking real. WC got more fucking belts than goddamn belts.
No, well, WBA is right behind them.
WBA got a lot of belts too.
WBA too, yeah.
WBA got a lot of belts.
They got a gold belt, a silver
open
belt,
fucking clothing
a pink
store
belt,
and
a purple
sell
belt.
They got the regular, the unified, the super champ,
the interim gold. All that.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
Some weight classes.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Go ahead.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's a franchise holder, isn't he? It's the franchise. He's franchised at 160, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm salty towards De La Hoya because for a long time I didn't recognize that WLBO belt, but he legitimized that shit. And so it's fucking now we have 4 belts, and here comes this franchise shit. That shit's trash, y'all. Like, it's trash.
What Lisa said, it's like history repeating itself.
Yeah. Because Larry Holmes legitimized the IBF title. Yeah, the IBF. There was only 2 belts before that, before 82.
My one little fact. That's true. Yeah.
I think Marvin Hagler wasn't Marvin Hagler the first one to win it. I think, right?
He said, "Hang on, let me just read El Gramos. Number 1, Ali. Number 2, Lewis. 3, Holyfield. 4, Holmes. 5, Joe Lewis. 6, Tyson. 7, Foreman. 8, Frazier. 9, Klitschko. 10, Sonny Liston. Yeah, Sonny Liston. I definitely needs to be on that list for real. He's
Yeah.
The only thing I'd take off there would be, I know why people put Joe Lewis on, but he's not on mine.
And he got like 27 title defenses. That's wild. Yeah.
Over 100 and odd fights, like ridiculous. But I mean, I'm just kind of like not going back that. Maybe if you want to do like, I don't know, you do like Jack Johnson, Joe Lewis. You could do that. You could stick them in anywhere. Nobody's going to refute that, is it? I think it's just easy to say that. People just say it because it's easy to say. Sometimes
and it was Marvin Hagler that legitimized that IBF at middleweight.
A thing for just like
Marvin Hagler.
I'm sorry,
Marvin Hagler.
He had said something about Hearns, and I was like, no, that was Marvin Hagler.
Don't mind me, it's just my channel.
Holmes. No, Marvin Hagler had it too, but Holmes, because everybody always talks about the heavyweights, but Holmes really what made it a major title. Even though Hagler did have it, Holmes is what made it a major title.
Yeah,
like everybody wanted because they didn't have the IBF in every weight class at that point.
Right,
in a few weight classes. Hagler, because like 168 was still relatively new. That's why everybody always say Hagler never moved up. Well, 168 was still a new division at the time, so it's no doubt he could have moved up one or two titles there, but no one took it serious.
Yeah, he pretty much cleaned out his division. I mean, you're gonna like as far as the great middleweights, Hagler is one. Monsoon and you have others, just great middleweights.
Mm-hmm.
Historically in time, there's others. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
Definitely Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson's up there.
Ray Robinson. That's right.
Hopkins. Even though Hopkins is my favorite fighter of all time, I'm not being biased, but Hopkins has to be a top 5 middleweight and maybe a top 20 fighter all time, because even it's like Rummy. I seen Rummy's corner where Rummy said, if you just count the stuff Hopkins did past 40. That's enough to get him into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, he broke several records past 40, even his own.
Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, he was like one of my faves too.
because I remember being so afraid for Hopkins the night he fought Trinidad. I didn't see the fight live because I had gate guards in the military, and I had a knot in my stomach all night thinking, man, because he was 36. 36 was considered old at the time, and I'm thinking Trinidad's gonna kill this guy. You know what I'm saying? And I was the whole night I had a knot in my stomach, man. Until the next morning, I got up and read that he killed Trinidad in 12.
It's funny.
Trinidad wasn't a 160 pounder. He was more of a welter.
Yeah, but he was tearing through the division. He did. Joppy out. Nobody had ever beat Joppy like that. That's why I thought he was going to destroy Hopkins, because Joppy had never been stopped before.
That's true.
I just want to get AJ's take on because we will be wrapping. I want to get AJ's take on what the original topic is, and even All Positive can give us his take on this as well. So Tyson Fury won't ever be undisputed. Waste of time, because he is not acknowledging basically the IBF. So therefore, he said he's not fighting and having the IBF have anything to do with his fight. So therefore, there's no undisputed. So therefore, he lied, saying that, he was going to fight Usyk for undisputed until yesterday, wasn't it? That he decided that he didn't want to deal with the IBF. So just want to get y'all's opinion on that.
Yeah. I agree, because it dawned on me when this IBF issue came up. It's like, we may never get a undisputed heavyweight champion in the Forbid era for a long time. For a long time, because whenever it seems something where we're on the verge of getting it, something always happens. Somebody stuffs the fight, somebody messes it up. Mostly being Tyson. I mean, it's been his fault why we haven't gotten one. I mean, well, first it was Wilder's fault. Now it's pretty much just shifted to Fury, and in my opinion, to be honest. So, I mean, but it's going to be a long time before we see an undisputed heavyweight champion, I think, which is unfortunate.
Right.
And I'm kind of just I've kind of desensitized myself to it. I'm just kind of past it at this point. If we get one, we get one. If not, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
How does it happen that? So does Usyk vacate his belt? I just don't know. Like, the person that you want to fight that has the WBC belt, he is now pulled out this do not pass go card by saying, well, I'm not going to fight you because you've got the IBF belt. It just seems like it's a load of fuck shit coming again from Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
It's just an excuse not to fight Usyk for some reason.
So like, I think the way it works is like, so if Usyk has the IBF going into the fight, if he wins, he'll be let's say he wins and beats Tyson Fury, right? He'll be undisputed, because he'll have paid sanction fees for all 4 belts, except if Tyson Fury wins, he'll just win 3 titles except the IBF, because he's not paying sanction if that's what he's claiming. That's how it'll work. So it'll be undisputed for Usyk, but if he wins, but not for Fury if he wins.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Fury seems to only be concerned with coke and cherry picking. I mean, nobody wants to see his fight with Chisora, man. Nobody wants to see that.
Who's watching it this weekend? I don't think I am.
Nope.
Unless someone can shoot me over a link.
Oh yeah, I got you covered.
I'll watch it like that. That's the only way I'll watch it like that. But yeah,
I think it's going to be on ESPN Plus for us for free. But I'm not even going to bother. I mean, I got Chocolatito and Estrada to watch.
Yeah, it's on Plus. It's on Plus. Yeah, but it's going to be in the UK. It's going to be in the afternoon though for us, right? It's in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the afternoon.
Yeah. Pay-per-view for us. All Positive. What do you want to say? So is that what you're saying? Like, nobody really wants to see this.
Nobody wants to see this fight with Fury. And Fury, like I said, he's only concerned with coke and cherry picking. And I'm not talking about Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, we know.
And it got heated up here earlier, man. I'm glad you took your input. Yeah. And you know what? King of Kings, you made a great point earlier. I'm sorry, guys. See, the thing with Tyson Fury, and I've heard him say this in the past. See, Tyson Fury already has had all the belts in his possession. Tyson Fury had said in the past, as far as I'm concerned, I'm already undisputed. He has that type of mindset.
Yep. Yeah, I said that. Yeah. Yeah, I said that. Which is just lame.
Which is ridiculous. It's like, I mean, if he had any sense about him, it's like you have to hold our belts simultaneously to be undisputed, genius.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you held them all at some point. You know what I mean?
every belt except for he wanted to go the other day for the. I want to say something like the Central Area title.
Dude, he is so full of shit, man. It's like this one I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. Why would you want to fight for a Central Area title when you're a reigning world champion? That makes no damn sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It makes perfect sense. He doesn't want to fight Usyk.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I mean, but that's just silly. So also, I've realised, obviously, because it's Choc Estrada 3 on Saturday, I need to do Choc Estrada or Estrada Choc, whoever, 2. I need to do that rewatch. So I've got to do it. Tomorrow's this is because we've also got.
Chad, we did do a rewatch and for the second fight. We did.
I thought we did.
We were here. Yeah. You remember?
I thought I was crazy because I'm saying, didn't we see that?
We really did it. We did it recently, like not even I think a month ago. Or
yeah.
God, let me check fight score because I was just when I was on Mark's earlier. I said we did. I've done it. Okay, so we did that. Let me see my scorecards.
Yeah, I thought I was crazy.
Those are very hard fights to score. Both fights.
But it was a clear win for Chuck. He clearly wanted to say you won the second fight though. We had him winning the second fight.
Well, it is a fast-paced action like between both guys. But can we kill? This is just my opinion. Can we agree that 115 is the best division in boxing?
One of them, yeah.
I did do it. Shame, yeah. I had it.
My favorite is 140.
Oh yes.
What is that? Your favorite division?
Well, I think it's the most stacked one.
Yeah, I'd agree.
That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Is not the best division in boxing. I ain't falling for that bullshit.
But
I'm not interested in
King of Kings, you don't like the little guys. I
just like
I agree with our part.
And then I gotta hear about
this is one of my favorites.
I just like top fighters fighting each other. I do not like 147.
Yeah, because you know what? Well, you can't say that about 140 is now corrupting into what 135 was, but 140 was unified and undisputed.
135.
Don't say that.
135 is bleeding into 140 because of the same niggas that are in 135.
Yeah, because 130, everybody's going up to 130.
Please, I got my praying hands up. Please don't say that, guys.
Haney's about to dispatch the last of the remnants of Lomachenko. He's gonna get rid of him, and because I hear that fight's about that they're gonna announce that very quickly.
There's gonna be a massacre.
He's gonna dispatch. He's gonna dispatch a Lomachenko, so he's gonna finalize the disruptive factor, and then he's gonna go 140 where all the TOs in my esophagus and all the scary bitches have ran up to the Garcias, the Tank. He might eat a sandwich and go to 140. I don't fight nobody, Davis. So that is not 140. 140 prior to these dudes' arrival was fucking very competitive. Watch some of the
Edward, what's your favorite? I'm gonna ask everyone. What's your favorite division?
Right now is 154.
154.
Okay.
Sis.
My favorite division is going to have to be 140.
Yeah, 140. AJ all day.
I'm with Sis Lisa Bell's 140. That's it's stacked. It's got the potential for the most for a lot of good fights up there.
All positive.
115 because all the top guys fight each other. And then you got Ben Rodriguez and you got Ioka, got a big fight coming up. Yo, all the top guys fight each other. That's what I'm about.
My one is. Hang on. My one is. I think I'm just gonna go for. I know it's a madness, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go heavyweights.
All right.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Because I do love the glamour divisions, like obviously heavyweight. I do love 147, but I'm talking about currently now. I'm more fancying what's going on with the heavyweights because I think that because there's more Brits that are actively a part of it. For me, it's quite more.
That's true.
Crack for me.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
What division is Estrada and Chocolatito? Is that 115 or what?
Yeah.
That's 112,
No,
right?
that's 115.
Oh,
Junior
okay.
Bam
It's 115 and 115.
And
they
Bam went down to 112.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he just went down.
Okay.
Damn.
Gotcha.
That's flyweight 112, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fly. Yeah, isn't it? Fly or super?
Yeah,
fly.
because after flyweight, you only got three more divisions. You got flyweight, junior flyweight, and minimal and strawweight.
Yeah, minimum and straw. Straw the minimum. Yeah, it's the smallest.
Yeah, straw is minimal.
Yeah. Straw is minimum weight.
Yep.
So it's straw then minimum. Straw is minimum weight.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the 105 strawweight. That's the lowest division with what's his name, Minnie
Imagine
Yosin.
being a man and you weigh 105 fucking pounds.
Shit, I wouldn't want to
What's
get hit
the
by one of
guy's
those dudes.
name again? What's the guy's?
Minnie Yosin
Is
and
that
CP Freshmart? They're on 105.
what's the guy's name that lost and had all of those fights?
Oh, that was Minnie Yosin.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, I can remember his name. Yeah.
That really hurt my heart when I heard that.
When he lost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was about to break records.
Well, that's what happens when the top guys fight each other. They lose because he lost to Freshmart. CP Freshmart and his knockout Freshmart. Two different Freshmarts. But he lost to one of those guys, but that's what happened.
Okay, so I
It
don't.
reminded me of Larry Holmes. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Just quickly finish what you're saying. Sis, go ahead. Then I'm gonna.
It reminded me of Larry Holmes and the Spink brother.
Hungry.
What's the two that don't have teeth? Yeah, Michael
Spinks.
Yeah.
They don't have teeth. Them cats. Yeah. So I don't need to do a rewatch. Okay, cool. Mark, shouts out to Mark Nash. He's going to do a rewatch. I'm sure he's doing it
tonight.
Possibly. Is he doing it tonight? So I don't have to do it.
Cool.
I think he's doing it tonight. He said he had to get tomorrow. No, tomorrow, Friday.
Okay.
Oh no, it's either today because his yesterday. He was saying it this morning, but he was still in yesterday, and I was in today when he was on the show. So he's either
I fell asleep on you guys.
Yeah, he was on. I took you all the way to the doctors with me, flu jabbed. He was like, "Yo, LadyChann down." I was like, "Look, check." He was like, "London looks grey as fuck," or something like that. I was like, "Yeah, it's winter."
I was up with y'all till like 5:30 in the morning, just listening to y'all.
You was there all positive.
Y'all got into a debate. Y'all got into a heated debate about Crawford.
What
It was funny.
I didn't debate. It was
Reggie. Reggie funny.
Ham. They was going ham. Mark was still on sauce. Reggie, being Reggie. I told him to come to the show tomorrow because he just can't stand Bud Crawford. So he just desecrates him at any given time.
Is he a Spence fan?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay, got you.
I have a question. Am I the only person on YouTube that likes both Spence and Crawford and never said anything negative about either guy? Am I the only person that does that?
Well,
no.
You would yeah, because everyone else I hear, oh, I like Spence, but I like Bud, but and then they need to say something bad about Bud, but they claim to be a fan of. So yeah, unless you haven't really said anything negative because you are called all positive, then yeah.
I mean, truth be told, see me, I really don't have a serious issue with Spence too. It's just his fans that make me not like him.
Yeah, it's just I'm at the point where it doesn't. I don't care. Like I know that people just say stuff against Bud like they do against Anthony Joshua when they're ready because they just don't like the dudes. So it's just like, all right, you can just their opinion, and you can trump it with a good old fact, and they'll try and go back and forth. I just found it funny of Mark and Reggie going. They was at loggerheads, mate. It was hilarious. It was just fun to watch these lot go at it.
I think I woke up and kind of saw it, but it was. I fell asleep on the part about that girl. That girl was crazy, wasn't she, Chan?
Oh my god! Oh god! What?
I think I fell asleep on it.
quickly tell you about this girl that
She said, "I don't give no fuck." That was crazy.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, mate, I don't even know if I could." Mate, could I not pull it up? Who did or AP or APN? Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't remember because I was in and out, but I joined back in like around 3:30 or 4.
I forgot what she is. I forget. But anyway, so she was like, so I was with my baby. It was her baby daddy. She was with her baby daddy for 6 years. She said in the 4th year he cheated on her and got another girl pregnant. Yeah, and then but she was like, yeah, in 4 years and he cheated, got some other bitch pregnant, and she said, so anyway, I got HIV, but yeah, so she just glossed over that she had HIV like normal.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we was like, what? So she was like, yeah, so he's got another girl now. So I know that he's cheating on the second baby mama. So I look after all the kids. What you doing in the motel doesn't matter. She goes, I know that I know she's all over that. Beep. She goes, because I was too. Like she started to then she went and it Lisa, what did she went? No, like it was just classless. Basically.
Yeah, she was dramatic too.
Yes, she said no. Like, guys, you'd have to see it to get it. The way she just chucked in that she actually had HIV. That wasn't the epicenter of the thing. Like, she was like, we was like, ¿cómo? No entiendo.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, loquita in español, loquita. Yeah, she's crazy. And we had to do a reaction on that. So Mark had that, and he was like, "Your reaction, LadyChann." I was just like, I didn't know what to say. What can you say to that?
Nothing. You was flabbergasted. You was like, what?
And you know me, I usually have something to say. I was like, oh, what? I don't know. I was confused. I was like, where is this all coming from? Like, he was like, yeah, it was mad. So then it was things like that, and then Reggie came on, and then everyone, and then the lads were at it. It was fun though. It was fun. Yeah.
Oh, you know what another funny part was when you did your accent. It did girl behind the mic did the African accent. That was funny too.
Like, you gotta read this statement out. Whose statement was it? Whose statement was it again? Someone's statement. It was a celebrity statement, but we had to read it in our native accent. So girl,
that was funny.
She's originally from Zimbabwe, but she lives in America. So she immigrated to America, and then obviously so he wanted her to do it in. So she tried to do it at first in it was a bit American. He was like, no, forget that. He went, all right, LadyChann. Then I tried to do it, and he was like, yeah, read the statement. So I was like, yeah. So on July the 14th, and he was like, no, you've got to do it with attitude. So I was like, yeah. So guess what, fam? On July, he was making the craziest stuff, and he was like, yeah. And then girl behind the mic did it in she did it in South African accent too. She was like, oh, okay, and it was so funny, it was crazy.
Yeah.
My time, 8 o'clock in the morning, crazy. But it was a lot of fun. So shouts out to and it allowed me not to crash totally out, because if I'd have crashed out, I wouldn't have gone to get my my flu jab. Can you see my little my boo boo? Yeah, and then I had to go to the opticians because I'm in front of all of these. Oh God, pick some sick glasses though, and then they got to do some contact lessons with me, because they're like, yeah, you can have contact.
Oh, okay, good,
yes.
good.
Yeah. So I will be coming on little, with me glasses on at times, because these lights and all of this,
Yeah, it's not good for your eyes. Yeah.
Eye muscles, like they said, they're not that bad for someone that you didn't wear your glasses for most of your life, to be honest.
Mhm.
But once you get to a certain age, your eye muscles
Mhm.
start to diminish, like the muscle of the eye. So
Mhm.
you got to give it, like, help it. Help it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. So I've picked some glasses. I had fun over there with the opticians. They got some.
Mhm.
Last time I got my eyes tested was like 20 years ago. The technology that they use now, I cannot fucking believe it. Before, I remember it used to be you had to wear them big glasses and then you would go take out the
Oh
lenses.
yeah, yeah.
No, not now, love. You're just in that machine. That's how long ago I've been.
Mhm.
There's a machine, and they're like, "Can you see that red light?" And you've got to look there. And then they do like a
Mhm.
eye pressure test on you, where they
Mhm.
blow it blows like air right into your eye 3 times, like, and it gauges how much that if your eye's healthy to take. And then I had to have a
Mhm.
back of the eye scan, so they can see if the back of the eye is fine, no spots.
Mhm.
I don't know, and I guess I don't know how, if glaucoma starts from the back and then
Mhm.
so that was all fun. That was all fine.
Great.
Yeah, perfect eye health. Just other than just getting older, and I'm in front of the.
Yeah.
And they was like, "So what do you do, like, while you're in front of a laptop? Like, sometimes in laptop and phone 10+ hours." I was like, podcast. And I hate, because I
Mhm.
know that. Oh, so what do you do? What do you do? What podcast? I didn't tell them my name because I don't want them there. I just said, "Oh, I do boxing," and they was like, "I was like, do
Mhm.
you follow boxing?" They was like, "No, we know a bit of Jake Paul, KSI, and and then there I had the guy that was supposed to fight him. I seen, oh, did you have it? Yeah, that was it. And I was like, yeah, a bit of small talk, but we had fun because I had to be there for
Mhm.
literally about an hour. So shouts out, it
Mhm.
was a full day of appointments.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But don't
So
they
you're
have glasses specifically for computers?
No, you got to be prescribed. Some people just have 20/20 vision, even if they're looking at the computer. Mine's going to take 14 days to come anyway, because then they have
Okay.
to measure where your eye hits the lens, and it's all technical, and how far the
Yeah.
glasses come out, and make sure there's this and that and that and this. So yeah, it takes 2 weeks, and then you have to pick like different levels of, because I've got to have it variofocal. So I'm now
Mhm.
short-sighted and long-sighted. So a slight stigma in that eye and a slight in the left. But one eye sees far fine and the other eye doesn't. And one eye sees close fine and the other one doesn't. So they've got
Okay.
to make a lens that encompasses all of that.
Mhm.
If you have, for instance, well, my mirror's broken, but this is a good thing. Okay, so this is your glasses. This is your lens. If
Mhm.
you get the one where it's level 1, they cut out a chunk here and a chunk here, and you're only minimal to see this much in front of you, like this much of reading, and
Mhm.
down you'll only see a minimum of it divides near distance and long distance.
Mhm. Gotcha.
The more expensive lens that you get goes from level 1 to the basic to number 4. You get less of this
Mhm.
cut out, so you get more to use for.
Mhm.
Do you understand? Instead of it
Mhm.
this much, cutting out that much, and you've only got that much to do. Oh God, it was all technical. Obviously, you know me. I was
Mhm.
like, I said, I just need number 4. Like, I want to see what this
Right.
is. Give me number 4, and then they just said the price, and it's just like.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what?
Mhm.
Because this is how the guy, and he was like a car showroom man, like salesman, but for glasses. I made them laugh in there. I did make them laugh, right? So in the end, he was like, "No, I've got to give you discount." So in the end, he started not.
Mhm.
But here in this country, the government give you a tiny amount towards things like that, because that's what we pay taxes for, NHS. So
Mhm.
they off I think it was something silly. I want to say it was probably something just like 50 quid. I know that you're going to say that's good. It's better than nothing. But the whole glasses came up to like 360 quid for one pair of glasses. You're right. Yeah. So in the end, when he discounted, because do you know what I got them for? Shouts out to Specsavers in the building. I got them for 250 on 360.
Yeah, and if you got a designer pair of lenses like Tom Ford's, those type of glasses can be expensive, you know.
Knocked off from 360 to 250.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Not
made
bad.
them. Yeah. So yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. So shouts out to them. You're from Dallas. It's 6:40. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I know it's a bit boring, but that was my day.
No, I got you, sis. You had to. It was a productive day. You got up and did what you had to do.
Shouts out to Mark Nash is what I was saying. That kept me awake by being on there. I didn't go to sleep. And do you know, believe it or not, I still haven't.
So you'll crash tonight, get a good rest. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it is tonight for you. It's in the morning.
Yeah, it's 12:54 a.m. Fuego. Medianoche. See, yeah, that's what it is here. You ain't getting no Tom Ford. No, I didn't get Tom Ford. Yeah, no, you don't get the whole glasses on the NHS, babes. You get like a voucher. They give you like a thing. You get a percentage off. You can't buy the whole glasses. No, you can't buy a pair of Tom Fords on the NHS. You don't get them glasses free or nothing like that. No, they had Vivian Westwood's, Converse. I didn't know Converse make glasses. Those types.
Me either.
Do they?
They
had Converse.
The sneakers. Yeah,
the sneakers. Marc Jacobs.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, them. I just got what.
Louis Vuitton make glass. Oh yeah. I know they make shades.
Okay, so you could bring your shades in there as well. They got shades as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had to pay. I got anti-glare on my thing. So when I'm looking at the computer, it doesn't glare back because he said that we need natural light. We need natural. He said there's a thing that we need a certain amount of the light coming, but it's anti-glare. He explained some technical to me of what it was. Yeah, but sometimes when you're taking in too much glare, it weakens the eye because your eye's tired because your eye has to compute this and give it to the brain, and then brain tells the eye. Do you know what I mean? He said our eyes do a lot of work in this modern time. So he said that's why people's eyes are on the strain big time. It runs in my family. Yeah. So
gotcha.
I didn't get that. So you get those in it. That's what this emits from here, from the laptop, that blue kind of ray or whatever, UV or that.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Yeah, the blue. Yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So that's good. Then they add, but you got to pay for all these things. So if you want that, and then you want the anti-glare, then that's a thingy. And then if you want the back of the eye scan, that's a different fee as well that you got. Everything just adds and adds. So yeah, but it's important, isn't it? So it needs to be done.
Yeah, that's very important. Yeah.
I was like, wear them all the time. I was like, I won't, but thanks. You should. They was like, listen, Chanel, wear them all the time because it's only gonna help improve as well. I was like, there's nothing at this age that you're gonna improve. Look at me being all stubborn. You can't improve it now. It's all downhill.
Right.
No, you can improve. You can improve. You don't want it to get worse.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I know. If I'm in
front, they give people a headache. New glasses.
He said, you look like you're on a slope sometimes, and it takes the brain has to compute.
Yeah, and sometimes you can because I remember when I got my new glasses at one point, I was breaking a lot of plates because I was trying to put the plate on the table, and my depth perception was off.
Yeah,
really, I was missing the table.
Wow.
Jeez, yeah. So you wear glasses then, do you?
Oh no, I can't wear glasses anymore. I'm basically legally blind. I wear I have this disease called keratoconus, like Steph Curry. So I have to wear hard plastic contacts. Like,
okay.
it's very rare disease. It's kind of rare. It's like 1 in 2,000 get it out of the population, they say. But it's like I have a stretched cornea, and it could be corrected by surgery, but they don't advise you to do it because it'll thin the cornea even more. But so basically, I'm basically legally blind. I can't wear glasses. Glasses don't work for me anymore.
So you have to wear contacts, and do you change them every day, or is it?
No. The contacts last for a year. They like a year and a half. They're gas permanent, but they're hard plastic.
I'm just gonna get disposables. Yeah.
Oh no, they can't not disposable. Not these. I can wear these every day.
The hard.
It's hard plastic. Like and when they get scratched, like when it scratches my eye up, if you constantly put them in and taking them out, my eyes always getting scratched up. So sometimes I'll just leave them in for like 2 weeks at a time and never take them out.
Yeah. Then you have to clean them and with the solution So with Steph Curry, he must have had to get the surgery to play ball.
No, he doesn't. He has the contacts because the surgery is still risky because it's gonna thin his cornea and then it may get worse. So just deal with the contacts.
That's out to you, man. Anyway, you're doing your day off. Yeah, all's well. Do you know what I mean? And you can see. Shouts out to you. I didn't know that. Like, yeah. Hopefully they find maybe some kind of cure as time goes by and aid you some relief, sir. Shouts out to you, APN. Do you know what I mean? Didn't know that. But yeah.
Wow.
So I'm rambling about eyes and that. You're like, yeah, I know all about this.
Go figure, right? Yeah. Well, you never know where the show you talk about different topics here.
Yeah, for sure. I will. We can bring these. When I do, okay. So let me just tell you about the rundown before I just sign out. So tomorrow, Edward and I are doing Spence Crawford deep dive resume part 2. Edward, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Part 2 on deck.
Part 2 on deck.
Come check us out.
Yeah, because last week's show was amazing, and we will be doing, deep dives like that. But data.
Establish a security code for access to all functions previously transferred to bridge.
Enter code
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 73117888 732 476789764376 lock.
Security code intact for all specified inquiries and orders.
That's us tomorrow, mate.
Okay.
572-7655-88726 Alpha Delta 2 lock. I like he just says lock.
Break it down.
Yeah, breaking it down. So that'll be tomorrow. There's also a members live tomorrow, which is music makes the people with Felisa come together. We're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what I thought we're gonna do is we're gonna do hip hop. Which did you prefer? East Coast, West Coast, or down south, southern? And talk about section because there's so many fast bits that we're going to do about music. Cover all different things as the lives go on. So because there's lots of stuff in music. So yeah, I thought we'd start there and talk about some stuff there. And then whatever happens.
You should do one day on the history of grime music.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be in it.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
for sure.
And the artists that inspired you. And...
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea.
I think I gotta watch they have documentaries about them.
They do have one. They do have. I think there was one just put out not too long ago, or maybe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was watching you doing some ciphers with some women. I don't really know their names.
Yeah. That was on Tim Westwood. Yeah.
Oh, Westwood. There was a couple of them I saw you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in 2009. Yeah, long time ago. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I saw it came up on my TV. I was watching it.
Yeah, when you got on Tim Westwood's show. Yeah, and then I got signed the label from him and did some bits and pieces. Yeah. But it's called Ladies' Night. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Mark Remington. The South. Look at her. Look at her. The South sucks. BBC Fire. You're one of my music geezers. I know you, Mark, because you're from Face. Are you not from Facebook? Couldn't you? Shouts out to you. Yeah. BBC Fire in the Booth. Yeah, I did the toddler tea. I had that indeed. Smash the likes. Shani's
No,
killing
I
me.
gotta give respect to the South because they've been putting it down, man.
Yeah. I can pick all of that. That's why we're going to break it down with. Obviously, I grew up with most doing the most because that's what I wasn't really that much into West Coast rap until obviously a bit Snoop. As time went by, Snoop smashed it and all of that, but I was always East Coast, and then started to come in and I was like, yeah, I just like what I liked. Do you know what I mean? Whatever I liked is what I liked, so
yeah.
So much drama in the LDV.
The first time I was kind of really introduced to the South, I would say is Luke. Miami Live Crew, yeah, all of them, yeah.
Definitely.
2 Live Crew, yeah.
Ghetto Boys.
And the Ghetto Boys, yup.
Oh yeah, the Ghetto Boys and that was did they have one with the midget in there?
Yeah. Bushwick Bill.
Yeah. And one passed away not too long ago or something, innit?
Yeah, he passed away.
Good for Bill, but Willie G still has a whole channel on YouTube. He does good show. He has a good show.
Yeah.
He's great.
And Scarface is still that dude.
And also,
probably
never seen a man cry. I've seen a man die. I love Scarface. That dude is
he one of my top 10 all-time favorites, hands down.
Yeah, he's very underrated. Like his flows is super dope. You know when they start talking
Pimp
about
C too was like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of dudes, but Scarface lyrically I'll take him head to head against the majority of anybody.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of people that are from the South that the East Coast claims, and I love East Coast because I grew up in East Coast hip hop, but DJ Premier, who birthed the New York sound, they say, and DJ Premier is from Texas. And Redman was born in Arkansas. A lot of people don't know that.
Who?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Redman's not from New Jersey.
Who?
Redman.
Fuck off. He was born in the deep South. Was he?
I thought he was from Newark, like me.
He is from Jersey, but that's what he claimed. But
he's born there.
I was reading like 20 some years ago in the Source magazine. Like, he was born in Arkansas. Same with Eminem. Eminem's from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, but y'all want to do that but Earl Spencer's from New York.
He is?
Yeah, he's not. You're
right.
Hey man, that's why I say about that. You being born somewhere and being there till you're like 2, and then spending the next 30 years somewhere else. That's where you from.
I don't know, but Primo he moved from Texas when he was 22 years old. And the same with Tupac. Tupac left New York when he was like 12 or 13.
He's originally from New York. His ties to the West Coast.
When he was
but Tupac was like 13 or 14 when he left New York. Though. I mean, come on, man.
I thought it was. I wanted to say it was 16, 17.
Yeah. He was up there. He was in his teenage years, man. He was up there, man.
But we brought him home, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cooked him, but we finished him off, man. You know what I'm saying? He was cool over there. He was Brenda got a baby, but Brenda, you know what I'm saying? But over here it was you know what I'm saying? California.
Yeah, but I did like when he got the little West Coast little swing going.
It's whole style, because you got to change it up. When you come from when you're on the East Coast, you wear Timberland boots and beanies, and then when you come to the when you come to West, you gotta wear the leather jackets, with the no sleeves. That's how you gotta rock it, man.
I love West Coast hip hop. I'm from the East, but I love West Coast hip hop, man. I've never been like so biased. Like even when everybody hated Hammer, I was like, man, y'all got to get Hammer his props. I was saying this over 30 years ago. I just didn't like the hate Hammer received from New York. I never liked that.
You know why that was? Because a lot of people were jealous of Hammer. Because what's funny is a lot of people talk shit, Ice Cube and them, and then this motherfucker's doing the same shit.
I'm doing the same stuff.
MC Hammer, didn't you hear the Redman story of our Redman?
Oh yeah, Redman said it. Yeah.
By Hammer. Yeah, he said, don't fuck with that guy.
Redman said, he said, yes, sir.
fuck with him, boy. Yeah. So we could talk about those stuff in the yeah, we'll probably bring those things up in the members only as well. These are quite interesting points. But if you ever, just in case you forget a point, you should write these down. So I try to write down as many ideas when you lot are talking, so I can remember maybe just But yeah, I think those are also good topics. Yeah. So okay, so tomorrow we've got Spence Crawford deep dive part 2. And I've got to sort out with Edward what time that's going to happen, and then the members only live will probably happen an hour after it start. I'm trying to start it a little earlier, so it doesn't go, because I'm not doing 10 hours tomorrow. So yeah, so that's where we're at. But yeah, so we are finished. You lot have been amazing. I think we've had a good show. 2 hours 30. I was trying to cap it at 2 hours, but if the ebb of conversation trickles over and it's good convo, I'm never one to stop it. So I massively appreciate Sister Bells in the building. Anything that you want to say wrapping up, Lisa?
Oh no, thanks for having me.
No, you're always welcome, sister. Yes, sister.
Yeah.
You. Yeah, all day long. You cracked me up when you said you gotta let go. I was in the private chat. I was dead. Back to that bit.
Yeah.
And,
that was funny. Yeah.
at least you got a mute.
The job making microwaving something.
I just thought it was the TV, so I heard microwave.
Oh
TV.
yeah, I heard microwave.
Yeah, microwave. Yeah, I thought, and TV. But yeah, sis, I'll catch you on the flip side after. I can hear you anyway, so it's all good. I would like to thank All Positive Network in the building.
The pleasure's all mine. The pleasure's all mine.
Anything that you would like to say, plug?
I'd just like to say I appreciate you having me on the panel, and much respect to everybody on the panel, and much respect to you, LadyChann, for having me up here.
You're welcome. You're always welcome. Thank you for coming. APN in the building.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Hey, can you do me a favor, LadyChann?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say my name, All Positive? Can you say that for me?
All Positive Network.
I like that.
Yeah, All Positive. Yeah, accent in the building. You did not too badly there, Mr. American. You did not too bad for that. Because you guys not do ours at all. But yeah, weren't too bad. But shouts out to you. And yeah, thank you for coming. And like I said, you're always welcome here, sir. Yeah? With your positivity. It's all good. I'd like to thank AJLD for coming through like the mo again. Anything that you would like to say or plug or?
You know me, always a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Appreciate y'all.
Always welcome. Yeah, again. Thank you, AJLD in the building. And last, but surely not least, we got KOK, aka King of Kings, aka Edward. What up, LadyChann? In the building. Thank you for coming. Anything you like to say?
Man, all I gotta say is, man, hey, boxing is what we make of it. If they serve you soup and you deserve steak, don't watch it. I'm not watching that bullshit this weekend. So fuck it. Tyson Fury can keep it moving.
Keep it moving, mate. KIM. Not on it. You're not on it. Okay, well, I agree. If you want steak and they're serving you pea soup, why don't you just take a sip and spit it out? You can always go get that far in it. Look at me, always have to go too far.
That's right. No.
Okay, that was all right. I thought I went too far. I always tend to go a little bit too far. But yeah, shouts out to you, King of King, Edward.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. He's a big dosser. Big dosser.
Fury, you got to laugh at him in it sometimes. It's just like, this guy is
I remember when he first said that. I first heard him say that when he came on. I was like, "What is that?" We was like, "What is that?" We were cracking up.
All the Americans was like, "What is DOSA? Like, is it a this? That's just like, it just means bum." Yeah, because I was like, we don't use it. It's like the country lot up where he's from. That's their thing. It's kind of like a gypsy mixed with where he's based in Morecambe. Because the rest of Manchester don't talk like that. Because Manchester's a major city, so it's just it's a part of his culture, and it's their cultural word.
It's a part of our culture now too, because we're saying it. You big dossa.
We say, yeah. Now I also say shithouse in the Caribbean culture in some place. It's shithouse in Jamaica. We say shithouse, which is funny. But now we always say dossa now, don't we? Because the Tyson Fury's made it popular. So
yeah.
that noon. But yeah, so okay, so this the solo layout time. Okay, let's get the banner off, shall we? Yeah, let's get it off. Oh yeah, so let me tell you, Instagram and Twitter, if you'd like to hear my opinions or see my opinions in 140 characters or less, at LadyChann, LadyChann. I'm across the board, spelt like that. All social media, Facebook too, and Instagram. If you enjoy photos and stories, that's at LadyChann, LadyChann. Definitely follow me. And if you have not subscribed, but if you've not subscribed, you've not been able to absolutely type on that keypad for a little minute. So shouts out to any new subscribers. Join the membership. We do have fun at the members only lives. And we talk about everything from, like, we're going to be talking about music. We talk about relationships, sex, laughter, joy, woes, males, females, highs, lows, ups, downs, whatever you like to talk about. And we mix it in if we want to talk about boxing, but we spend the whole week speaking about boxing. So this is just to learn each other, get to know each other, and share experiences and thoughts and opinions that are away from boxing. And sometimes we do drift right back. So, if you click on my channel page, the main page, and click the membership, and you'll have full access where we have literal different people from the world of boxing in the building. So yeah, we've got a couple of more guests to come in, and more releases that happen in segment by segment as well, on the members onto the non-members. And yeah, so you can also catch me at the weekly wrap-up shows, which are on Mondays, where we cover the sport. If you're new to the channel, what's happened in the week leading up to the Monday that I'm on. So we cover the fights, etc., etc., etc. Ya tú sabes. And what else? So yeah, catch me tomorrow on Spence Crawford with Edward KOK deep dive part 2, part of the deep dive series, part 2, and then there will be a part 3 to conclude with for that matchup. Yeah, and then we will have a members only live. So check out the community. And yeah, I feel like I've been rambling for long, but it's all important information. Es muy importante para ti, para ellos, sí, para todos. Okay, I'm just seeing what do I do. Okay, so do I usually, guys, I've forgotten, do I usually say anyway I'm gone and then I play my bits, or do I play my bits and then no, I've played my bits first, don't I? God, this is what happens. Hazy. But shouts out to Lieutenant Data and us being on the starship.
Computer, establish a security code for access to all functions previously transferred to bridge.
Enter code.
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 73117888 732 47678976 Lock.
Security code intact for all specified inquiries and orders.
Shouts out to the heavyweights that we did discuss. He was one of them, so play him.
Still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking.
Yep, and we're here for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
That's right, because knowledge is key.
Knowledge is key.
So if it go on.
So if it go on, not bad I see nothing because nothing I got one. Lock off your eyes, cause me make you come.
That's right, them the light, we ain't winna like them.
Them not like me, some me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Roast raised man, wanna inform up, fun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping flight.
And anyone chatting shit, what do? We don't ever believe them, do we?
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Sometimes we do actually make you eat crow as well, and then we throw you in the trash.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Come. I'm the captain of this ship. Sometimes I don't feel like I am, but you know, we share the helm, but I am the captain.
Computer sealed the doors to this room. No entry without my authorization.
Doors are sealed.
Okay, so I was always that bitch. I am that bitch and always will be that bitch. The female Bengali in the building.
It's hype, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and your mic the pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, style, let's go get Ferrari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
Forever ready. The man listo, para mí lista.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
So, thank you for joining me. You lot have been amazing. Massively appreciated when you rock with the old girl. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep nonetheless. Come box with Chan. Gyan. I'll see you lot tomorrow. Gyan.
LadyChann.
Fight.